Well, look at us. Back and better than ever. Right? Start of another week. Little extra day off.
Gotta be feeling great.
Feeling great.
Short weeks.
Yeah.
Society's finally coming around to what Rhett told us for decades.
Yeah.
It's 5
4
to
day
8
weeks.
weeks.
Some of the Scandinavian countries, aren't they adopting this?
Maybe. I'm not
I think
sure.
they just get so much vacation. You could probably just work.
Well, the kids definitely aren't in school 5 days a week. That's a guarantee.
Yeah, the teachers got to figure it out, I think.
Although if we want to roll the clock back about 45 minutes, we were just chatting before the show, and Rhett's like, "What's up with your voice? What's going on?" And I was up. Now again, it's hard to believe sometimes when it's just natural causes and your wind box is not quite right, because we just default to, so how drunk were
the
you?
most obvious of obvious.
Yeah, I had one glass of wine at Thanksgiving dinner. I didn't do it
The night before.
a little more,
Right.
but I did walk out of that casino at close up a few brown bills. So
Right. Yeah.
Hey, even
So
Steven.
see, now this is the new development the night before. So is
Right.
it possible that the voice box is a little scratchy from the night before? Are we 2 days removed from?
2 days. I did Afterburner Sunday night. It wasn't that. It was fine.
Yeah. So you're saying it's fatigue?
Saying it's probably a cocktail of all the above.
Uh-huh.
Cocktail being the operative word.
Yeah.
You did just travel.
Yeah. And I was bemoaning the 24, 36, just how long the hangovers do last.
Oh, yes.
The older you get.
40. I'm blowing through 48 now.
Really?
Is that right?
I'm blowing through 48 hours. It's into the
No
72.
problem.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
into the 72-hour realm.
And you catch yourself sometimes. Yesterday we were traveling back, went to Nashville on the weekend. Kind of just, it's like, what's wrong? Nothing.
Just alive.
Existing,
It's
just
hard.
trying to maintain a heartbeat and stay upright.
What's the best thing you ate in Nashville?
Well, I was telling you before, on Sunday morning we went for a breakfast. It was Applejack pancakes with, like, it's not chicken and waffles, but chicken and Applejack pancakes and a cast iron skillet cinnamon bun.
What?
So you do have to work at keeping that ticker.
That
Yeah,
sounds
the old
unbelievable.
Had some great
Cast iron skillets.
yeah, they bring the cast
Like-
iron thing right out there with the
Wow.
yeah,
Real
it's
good.
not bad. Yeah. Weird how it
Light
could be
on
tasty.
light on icing.
Yeah, really felt great after that. The ribs real good.
They know what they're doing with the meat down there.
Yeah, they do. Mac and cheese, barbecue beans.
I'm too addicted to mac and cheese. If I see it, I eat it. It's like a nacho. I have to consume.
I feel like I need to invest some time, money, time, effort
Gonna
into
up your mac and cheese game.
yeah. Start get a little kind of a queso roux thing going. Put some
Mhm.
cheeses in there.
It's a good experiment. I'd like to see you do it. I
Thanks.
think that what's going to happen though
Yep.
is at the end of the day, you're going to fall back to that box
Yeah.
and go.
Didn't we have a
Yeah, 6 bucks.
Yeah. craft dinner thing that you had
6.
thrown out there that we never really touched on? Maybe this is the year.
Maybe.
Maybe this is the year. But no, I was thinking about you lots, Retro. I was texting you there. I don't know if did I send you the picture of the hot dog stand? I definitely needed a hot
videos.
dog the other night. So I sent you, I took a photo from there.
It's hard to beat.
It's not about me, but Nashville's still really good. It's still a great town. Oh,
And a
goodness
football game.
gracious. Went to the football game for a couple quarters, and then you realize I can watch Will Levis throw balls into the turf on TV. I don't need to be live.
You can see some touchdowns in other games.
Yeah, there would be something else. When Joe Flacco looks like a first
world
ballot
beater.
Hall of Famer,
Yeah.
comparably speaking. But
That Vanderbilt Alabama game. That's
right. That was a
That's
couple weeks
the one,
before, I
yeah.
think. Yeah. Walked into a couple of places, and I don't know. It's like vicariously. It's like, oh, Rhett should be here for this. Oh,
This is Rhett's favorite place.
Rhett would appreciate this. Now you appreciate the party. So when I see drunk people, it's like, oh well, there's
There's a lot of
He's
Pinders.
right
There's
in there.
Pinder, yeah. And then there's other times like, oh, you'd be very happy. Trying to find, because there's the spots where the younger kids go, the jacks of the world,
Oh,
when they're lined up outside of Morgan Wallen's bar and Kid Rock and Aldean's and that sort of thing. It's like, I can't stand in line. I can't do that. So go just a little bit south, poke your head in the door, and it's Blink 182. We'll keep moving. And then you get down a little bit down by Tootsie's or Roberts down there. Only 2 things in life make it worth living. All right, yeah, this will do. Let's go, babe. We'll pull up a chair. We did both. I was telling you guys before. Breakfast, sitting down as the band starts, in bed by 2 p.m.
Nice.
Whoa.
Go to a show, get in there at about 11:30, midnight, shut her down at 3 or whatever they close. The whole gamut.
You almost completed the circle there.
That's right.
That's unreal.
The circle of life or death, nearly in this case. But with that said, I was a little bit out of the loop. I saw that the Flames are still awaiting a loss this season.
Yeah, the rebuild's over. Congrats, everyone.
Wow. That was quick.
Yeah, they're going to beat the building now.
That's too bad. I guess we'll take.
Be ready for it, yeah.
That's a hell of a start.
Hell of a start. Going
give
back
them credit. Give them credit.
Sure. Credit to all of them.
Yes.
Playing their ass off.
Yeah.
Now they got a couple of bounces against the Oilers. A couple goals don't count. That helps. It would have been 2-0 in the first.
They're not cheating, and
you're not
talking
trying
about here.
Yeah. Cheat to win. But they beat the Edmonton Oilers. Now they haven't won.
That's correct.
Also great. Good on them.
Yeah, you got to tip your cap.
Yeah. So I was doing a little bit of research this morning and last night after getting back. It seems like there is some concern, and it's not an Oilers show, but it's the most recent opponent. There's a game today, helmets on, that whole thing, that there's some concern maybe about the defense in Edmonton.
The defense?
Yeah.
Boy, we haven't talked about their decor ever.
Is it? Yeah. Where'd you hear that rumor?
Internet, eh?
Yeah.
But again, you cannot
non-confirmed.
Yeah. You can't trust the internet. Yeah, they got 2 disallowed goals. They then scored 2 in 2:21, including the first NHL goal for Justin Kirkland. And we can salute Mr. Kirkland by going and grabbing a Costco dog today.
Yes.
It's his nickname, Costco.
Celebrate it today.
This is a Kirkland signature goal if you need it.
Little shot, little rebound, scores. And to his credit, was real good throughout.
They played him against McDavid a lot, which would not have been a strategy I would have put in place. So we got this guy who hasn't played in the NHL more than like a handful of games. Let's line him up against McDavid as much as we can.
That's brilliant. They're like, we got no one that can stop him, so let's throw the kid at him.
So it's either that or things are really going your way.
When
Kirkland wins the Kirkland v. McDavid battle on a Saturday night.
That was big odds at Bet365.
Yeah, Bet365. You'd have been in good shape if you had that one. So I mean, is this youthful exuberance? Is
there's
this
lots of that.
Kids just having fun? What are we seeing?
So. I think there's lots of that. I think that Husk has set a standard that the guys like, and they like playing for him. And I don't think there's a lot of distractions this year.
I agree.
And zero pressure.
No expectations, no pressure. And it's a culture that I think guys like being around, working with each other. You've got a lot of that youthful enthusiasm. And I think your veterans are totally bought in. I know that's been a big concern. What happens if they try to, reload this thing, rebuild it? Vet's been good. Nazem Kadri's been great. Michael Backham's been great. Mackenzie Weegar's been great. Rasmus Andersson's been great. Like, those are your vets. Huberdeau's been great.
6-game skid can take a lot of the zip out of that.
Sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
But you go back a year ago, and remember when Coleman had said there were some guys that didn't want to be here, and they're not here anymore. So now we can just focus on playing and trying to be a team.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it kind of feels like. It doesn't feel like there's anybody in there that's got their eye on where am I ending this season?
I asked for $9 million. They're not giving it to me. We're not.
How can you not give me?
I'm
$9?
definitely not going to be here.
I want my $9 million.
I'd love to help you guys out, but if I can't get my $9.
Yeah. I mean, Kuzmenko, Mouth of those guys. Yeah, they may well be traded, but it doesn't feel like these are guys looking to have one foot out the door.
No. And that's the big difference. You do have UFAs, but I don't think Dan Vladar, Kuzmenko, and Mantha are looking at each other and be like, man, when are we out of here? No.
Yeah.
No.
I got lots to prove, those 3 guys.
You did last year.
Rich Preston. It's calling.
Really? Tell him to come on the show.
Did he hear me singing Waylon? What the
must have.
Ears burning? What's going on? So and like you say, I'm happy for everyone involved, for Huska, for Conroy, for these guys, because no one expects anything out of them. And that's a gift maybe, but there's no expectation level. And they're like, let's just throw a puck out there and let's see what we can do.
Yeah.
And there's going to be growth and there's going to be some entertaining hockey. And I think that's all that Flames fans want.
That's the exciting part, I think, is that you go into the rink being entertained because the guys are competing and you're not watching it disappointed that guys had those feet out the door. Like,
Totally.
I'm sorry, watching Lindholm last year.
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
And even going back to the year you were kind of one of the first that keyed in on that. It's like, this guy's moping around, this guy's pouting.
Didn't look happy.
And it was natural maybe after Gaudreau and Tkachuk leave and you're left behind and your numbers start to sag and no one's looking at you in that same, you're centering with the best line in hockey. And then you were part of the best. Those two guys were part of the best line in hockey. Oh, were you on that line?
Oh,
That's kind of how that deterioration started to happen there with Lindholm.
Good start in Boston too, should be noted.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
For Lindholm.
Good.
I mean, not to that's here or there, but it buys into maybe it was just time for a change of scenery for Lindholm.
Sure. Do we have a goaltending controversy?
No.
You just alternate, keep winning, baby.
Keep winning.
Okay.
Back and forth.
No controversy at all. You see what Boston's done the last 4 years? Just alternate them. Let's go.
Keep swinging. Yeah. So Wolf tonight then.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Would make sense, right?
Only plays at home.
So
Is that what they're doing?
maybe we're giving too much credit then.
Two.
These coaches and stuff. They're just going to alternate goalies.
That's
You play tonight and then you play the next one. We got a centerman hurt. Okay, we'll just bring another one up. Well, you're going to play here. You're going to go play. Go play.
Next man up.
But this is McDavid. Yeah, I know it is, but he's out there a lot. So
yeah,
just
we'll
go
put Barry
and
on his
play.
offside, which he's done like 5 times.
Whatever, just go.
Doesn't matter.
Go out there. We need a centerman. Possible. Go take some draws. You're not very good at them yet, but
Spend some
It's
time.
good at the other stuff, though.
pretty good at the other stuff.
Teach him the draws. That's
Yeah.
probably the easiest part.
So, what could possibly go wrong?
Oh, there's
Is this,
79 games
is this a banana peel moment tonight?
Chicago's played well, too.
Yeah,
They pushed Winnipeg to overtime, beat Edmonton.
they're so tired though. The road,
Oh,
The Oilers? No, they haven't been on the road yet.
Chicago.
I know. I'm teasing.
Then why would you say the Oilers?
Well, they look
I just
tired when
wonder
they
if
beat the
this is
Oilers.
a team that you can look. Again, there's no expectations. We're not worried about it. If they lose, probably I'll be okay with it. But
There's some similarities in Chicago, too. There's no expectation there.
no,
They're playing loose.
Because we can look at the week ahead or whatever. But when do the group of the fan base that don't want wins, when do we start hearing from that group?
I know what you're saying, and it's, when do we have to? I was actually going to start with today with
Really?
I got one of those already, yeah.
What?
I was not, but people are very excited.
For people that are,
But
Are
at what
you in?
point you beat Chicago? You've got 4.
It's a great start.
I don't know who's after Chicago. Maybe
Seattle.
you need then you're going to need a shitty stretch to get back to 500.
Yes.
And yeah, there's 82 games, and all, but I wonder.
Well, and what time does it start? Or maybe it already has for the players. There is the
They believe.
underdog role, and there's the buy-in, and then there's the bounces, and then there's all of a sudden it really comes together.
And
Yes,
yes, goaltending in that equation, it reminds me
Yep.
of 4.
You're 3 games in. I get it.
Yeah.
But
They feel good.
you win 3 or 4 more. Well, now they lose tonight, and all of a sudden it comes crashing back down to earth. But they're playing well enough that doesn't have to happen.
They're doing it without Sharon Govich, 31 goals
That's
last
the
year.
thing. They're getting goals right now. And
Yeah,
that
they've
won't
scored
continue,
16 goals
right?
in 3
It's
games.
it's
That's not gonna
unsustainable.
last, yeah.
So what happens when that starts to dry up, and how does that?
Goaltending's been good.
Yeah.
Defensively, after the first period in Vancouver, I think they've been really solid. Kevin Bahl looks like a great stay-at-home defenseman that's hard to get chances against.
That's the thing. If we really questioned the defense, but if they can just Andersson and Weegar are going to put up points, and the rest of them don't get scored on.
That's the thing with Bahl. And again, it's interested to watch more and see how he fits in here. But Is he big? Yes. Is he physical?
Well, he
No.
needs
Does he
to be.
fight? No. But is he strong?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Will he lay a cross check or a little chop in there after the whistle if need be? Yeah,
He's a
willing
pro.
So it doesn't make you soft if you aren't crushing guys or dropping the mitts. There's a little bit more kind of gristle there to him.
And Mantha's shown a lot of that too. I mean, it's been a very good 3 games.
It's been really good.
I don't think anyone has Rasmus on pace for 150 points or Huberdeau, but man, they've done some really good things in 3 games.
And it's hard because we do this show every day,
Don't
except for
overact.
Mondays or the odd Friday or
Weekends.
we're busy or got things we'd rather do. But when you're doing one of these, what are you going to do? How to sit here and just keep saying, yeah, it's early, but it's early, to keep prefacing every observation. Through 3 games, there's not a lot that's gone wrong.
It's A+ through 3 games.
Yeah.
It's just that 3 games isn't the season. And just like the Oilers were 32nd in the league a month into the season, it didn't mean they were going to be bad all year.
Yeah,
Right?
it would have been. You're right, and the other side of it is for me is that if you have a slow exhibition season, and then you lose these first,
It can get late early.
it can get real dreary real fast.
Yeah. What's the saying? You can't get into the playoffs in this first third of the season, but you can certainly play yourself out of them.
Yeah. That November Thanksgiving thing always
Sure.
looms, whether or not that's necessarily
Players
happened.
aren't staring at that, but I mean, if they've won half the games they did in the exhibition, and they only 1 win in the first 3, going to the rink's a different feel.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit what you say about, we knew it was going to be a long year and we ended up. No. It's more fun going when you're winning.
Yeah.
The coaches aren't trying to find different ways to keep you motivated, to keep you excited, to keep you having fun. You're having fun by yourselves because you're winning.
It took them 11 games to get 3 wins last year. It was after the outdoor game in Edmonton. Pospisil and Zary got recalled. There was a little energy there. You saw Kadri come back to life. They're 3 for 3.
And I would think if you were to go back, this is probably very much tied to the having guys here that didn't want to be here, that whole mentality, whatever. Go and watch the first 3 games of Rasmus Andersson's season a year ago and the 3 that he has just played. Now, obviously there's points there, but it's a different player. And I don't know if it was, like I say, pouting. You'd be natural to pout, I guess. You come in, all these guys are going to be leaving.
Just uncertainty, right?
This is not what any of them had signed up for. I've liked Rasmus for a long time. He was disappointing last year up until a certain point. But you watch him right now. What was it, game 1? He's staring at the opposition fans through the glass after a goal. It's like, oh, there's Rasmus. That's the guy doing it again in Edmonton.
That's his
getting
move
some
now.
points, making plays. This will be a sad conversation, right? When the time comes, if it's trade the guy, but this is the mood. The mood matters.
Mood's great.
Yeah.
And the longer you can have that mood stay positive and fun, the better. The better for everyone. The players, for the fans going to watch. It's all part and parcel.
Everyone wants to say, like, when's the moment that it's like it switches? But in reality, let's say they had an 18% chance of making the playoffs. Now they might be 21-22. Like it's not binary. Like you're in or you're out. It's just your chances of getting in just got better. You got 6 to 6 points. Now, if you drop the next 3, they're going to drop. If you play 500, they stay where they're at. And if you win 2 of the next 3, geez, like
Frick,
got even better.
Win the next 3, because after that it gets tough. You got Chicago, Seattle, and
Pittsburgh.
Let's take a look
that you could win.
Yeah, we can take a look at the upcoming schedule without really knowing what any of these other teams are doing. But yeah, Chicago we know is a non-playoff team. Seattle is kind of a similar spot.
Bubble.
Pittsburgh missed, but should be very good. And then
Falcons been unreal, leading the league in points, I think. Yeah.
And then you've got a couple of very good teams there as you are.
Yeah. So if you win 2 out of 5, it's like, okay, that's go back to earth a bit. You win 3, it's like, geez, they're still rolling. And if it's more or less, I think we know how people are going to feel.
Win the next 3. Let's cause some excitement here.
Yeah.
Isn't that it's odd for I'm the guy that's like, burn it down.
Yeah.
I know.
So I asked Pike on Sunday, what happens if they're a point or 2 out a week ahead of the deadline? What do you do with Kuzmenko, Mantha, Bedard? because it's easy to keep Rasmus at that point. We get it. He's
Yeah,
got 2 years
I don't
left.
think you can let him walk.
No,
Can't you
and
sign
maybe-
him?
Sure, if you want.
No, if they're not signed, then
You've been dead set against that, though.
No, I was talking about Rasmus. Sorry. I don't think you should be like, if you're Kuzmenko's agent, he's scored at a 40-goal pace in this league outside of when Rick Tocchet was his coach and they weren't on the same page. So this is his best and maybe only chance to really get a huge bidding war in free agency. Is the deal that he signs going to be one that will be looked at as that was a really good move for the Flames? I think the odds of that are very low.
yes.
Now, if he wants to sign 3 or 4 years times 5 or 6, sure. But I'd be asking for 8 if the guy's a 40-goal scorer, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Not to say he's going to score 40, but he scored at a 40-goal pace since he got here. He scored 39 his rookie year. That's what the agent's going to be selling.
And right now he has 0 goals, but has been
It's fine.
very good. He's got 4 helpers in
part of a
3
good line.
games.
Yeah.
I am curious what happened 2 days ago because this is not a glass of red wine at
No, that's what I was saying.
Thanksgiving
It was not
table.
last night.
This was 2. This was.
It's a mac and cheese at 5:30 at
Oh, really?
a Southern barbecue place, and it was the beginning of a 11-hour.
It makes me sad when you're struggling though, because you're.
I'll be back tomorrow.
Okay.
Good night, everyone.
We'll write that down. Yeah, we'll write that down. Well, how many packs? Can we see that one more? 2 packs?
Sounds like he's been hacking 2 parts. I know.
Yeah. It just sounds. You know what it is? It sounds like fatigue.
Just a
It
lot
sounds
of
like
that.
you've been doing a lot of talking. That can't be it.
Coaching. Were you coaching?
I've been barking at kids. We've been on
Yeah.
the ice every day since Wednesday.
Well, and
last
how
week.
old?
9.
Well, 9-year-old
9,
kids
10.
need to be screamed at.
You're
It's true.
damn
One of mine
right.
really does. Yeah.
You're damn right they do.
This little son of a gun. I don't want to wear Thanksgiving clothes. Well, everyone else is doing it. There's 20 people here. Don't care. Not doing it.
I
Would you
was
like
telling-
dessert tonight?
yeah.
I'm getting dessert, or I won't put the. Not doing it.
Ryan's talked a little bit. He has twin boys. Not to share too much on the show, but he's got one guy who's very well behaved and very straight laced, and the other guy's a handful.
Oh yeah.
It's as though it's his father's son. I find now, granted, I know which, but I feel like you could go and do streeters with people and just show them a family photo.
That's the one.
Who's the handful and who's the polite gentleman? And I think you could tell just because he's kind of got that. Now what are we doing after this picture's taken? Where are we going? What are we doing? What are we getting
He's
into?
got some fire marshal bill, or something's going to
Yeah.
just instantaneously combust at any moment.
Yeah, I like it. I
Mhm.
like it. I believe we're going to have the one and only Frank Seravalli joining us
good.
today.
Really?
Yeah.
So he's over his.
Well, I think you know what it was. Part of it was he went to the season opener, the home opener in Utah,
That's right.
so he was
He's
unavailable
traveling.
that day. And then he was willing to come on Friday. I said, "Well,
Got drinks
I thought he was just watching baseball.
So how about Monday?"
Well, maybe he was.
So Monday is Thanksgiving here, so we're out to. How about Tuesday? He said, yeah, I could probably do it today. So now would be about the time. We texted him. We'll see if he pops in here. And we'll talk to him on the Crystal Waters Insider Hotline. Jonathan Huberdeau. We can talk about what the team's going to do. Is this sustainable for the team? Well, are they a playoff team? It's early. We just have T-shirts that say it's early,
We
so
can
we don't
make
have to
those.
keep saying it all the time. But you can have a team that misses the playoffs. You can have a team that disappoints or does whatever and still have individual performances that are quite good. It has been a very good start for Jonathan Huberdeau. Now, one goes off your shoulder and in.
Beauty.
It's a fluky one. But for a guy like Huberdeau to get that one so that there's not a 0
Yeah.
by hook or by crook, there's no 0 in the goal column. And now there's another one. And there's some points. The 118 points or whatever the hell, those days are gone. But could we finally be seeing a season of meaningful hockey over the more or less course of 82 games from Jonathan Huberdeau?
It's a nice 3 games. It really is. He's around the net. He's not passing to a fault. And he seems engaged and happy.
It does seem like there's a little more joy in
Yes.
Casey's up to bat. Like it's
Less
not.
pressure of like, I got to live up to 10.5.
Yeah, I think that's
The new
more-
deals
yeah.
next year. I got to do something this year.
Seems like he's having fun again. He's getting some points, and they're winning. So yeah, everyone should be having fun. But it does seem like there's a little bit of weight off his back.
That was right.
Right? I
Big time.
don't know what it is, but yeah,
That's exactly the first when I saw that one go in. It's well, of course, it's off the shoulder and in. That's horseshit goal. But for him, it doesn't matter.
No.
Half his shots have gone in. That's another part, right?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And I saw somebody on, I guess maybe you were in on social media. I mean, it's the French Connection line. You know, those the three guys, the Quebec French Canadian guys, Huberdeau, Mantha, and Pospisil.
Pospisil.
Yeah.
To have that kinship on your line,
Laval?
you can all kind of speak the same language, figuratively and literally.
Is he from the Eastern Townships?
Yeah,
Where's Pospisil from?
Yeah, Pospisil,
Laval.
Quebec City.
Saint Agath. Is that that's Manitoba?
Shawinigan.
Chicoutimi. But look, this guy is. I don't often feel bad, and I'm not saying I feel bad for guys making $10 million a year, but it has not been a great time as a Calgary Flame for Huberdeau away from the rink or any of that.
He arrived as a superstar, and he had 1 point in December last year.
Yeah,
that's quite the tumble. But the second half of last year, you saw signs of life. You operated around a 60-plus point pace from, I think, the new year on. And I think that's probably not an unrealistic expectation. What would be unrealistic is thinking that half of his shots will go in all year, because he's had 6 shots and 3 have beaten goalies. So that's, it's going to correct. But he's never been a finisher. He's always been a pass first guy.
What's it say there?
Pops, I guess it means Pospisil, is from Slovakia.
What?
Well, I guess, so where is Slovakia? Is that near St. Hyacinth?
Yeah, but he played all of his junior in.
Did he play at McGill? He played college in
Val d'Or? Is that where he played?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. I'm trying to remember.
I'm sure his parents are French Canadian. They moved to.
I'll Google it afterwards.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks.
But again, the French, it's the French Connection. I mean, gosh, Buffalo ties, right? You know how big that was
massive
to have those guys in Buffalo. Now to have that same thing here is it's fun to watch.
It's special.
Yeah, it's fun to watch for sure.
It's not. He's not going to score every other shot, but I don't know. Just
he looks good
for all of it. I say let it continue as long as possible.
Yeah.
Let's see if there can be start of November. We're still in a playoffs and playing well, and guys are excited because it can go south real fast.
Yes. I'm willing to bet there's a time.
Oh,
we will do a show this winter where we're not quite as glowing on Mantha or Huberdeau.
Do you want the standings from a year ago?
No.
At this stage?
It's not important.
Nope.
Ryan, not important.
Because there's some teams that look good. No,
it's all good.
Okay.
Don't you worry. I think we're all on the same page there. As much as I appreciate you keeping people off.
Look how Jack switches hat, eh?
That's right.
Yankees start winning, and all of a sudden he's a big Yankees fan.
We'll take a look at the Jackometer a little bit later on, see where we're at.
Yeah.
Because what was it, bye this week for the
No, they won. They beat Vegas, didn't they?
They smoked them.
All right. Had to. Vegas is in shambles.
Yeah, they're horrible.
Naj.
Jackometer went down. So we're, I guess, expecting a huge spike.
There's some news this week surrounding the Steelers as well.
Exciting. The Insider Hotline is a presentation of Crystal Waters Plumbing and Heating. They are your crystal clear choice for all residential plumbing, heating, and cooling services. 23 years of experience. That's about all. Just 23. 30,000 projects completed. Make sure that your home is safe and ready for winter. Let Crystal Waters inspect your plumbing and heating equipment to ensure you're ready for the cold months ahead. And for you barn burner folk who need a new hot water heater, AC, furnace, discounts and upgrades up to $1,000 in value. Crystal Waters Plumbing and Heating is your crystal clear choice for home comfort. Call 403-219-4100 or check them out online, crystalclearcalgary.com. We go to the Crystal Waters Insider Hotline. And our buddy, Frank Seravalli.
Look at him.
Frankie boy.
Hey, you guys.
How are we feeling, pal?
Rhett, look at this. The shoveler broom. I love that. That's awesome.
She does too.
How couldn't she? How couldn't she? Yeah, I guess that's it's weird. I'm kind of getting used to it now. It was so off-putting at first, and now
we kept bugging him. You got a great mustache. Why don't we see it more?
Yeah, I mean, for a while, I guess it probably looked like you shouldn't have been allowed near school zones, and now you're good. That's awesome.
I'm gonna keep it for a while. It's becoming.
Yeah. Have you thought of how you're going to incorporate it into your Halloween costume?
I've got some plans. I'm growing some flow. There's some things coming together. I have options. I'm giving myself some options for Halloween, Frank.
And you're back in Calgary, which is big news.
Oh, massive. The city's really excited. Hence the Flames 3-0.
Day to day, Frank. Day to day. We're not scheduling too far ahead.
Frank, it was gorgeous out here over the weekend. Probably 75, 80 American numbers. 25 here. Still hasn't snowed. When it snows, my opinion may change.
It's not like they don't get snow in Buffalo, so.
But it's an exercise that has been proven numerous times. Rhett showed up in Florida, Stanley Cup final.
Yep.
He goes to Buffalo, Stanley Cup final. He comes to Calgary, Stanley Cup final. Now he's back in Calgary.
Not Stanley Cup final.
No.
Book get ahead of it. Rooms will be cheaper now, Frank.
Big time.
Late June in Calgary. It's exciting that people getting ramped up for the Stampede. You may want to get ahead of it.
I think I'm in for Stampede this year. It's on my calendar.
Oh, you don't say.
Are you going to hide again?
Oh.
Whoa. What's that in reference to?
Oh, just, you don't want to get pindered, but if you're coming up for Stampede, you're wanting to get pindered, clearly. No?
No one ever wants to get sucked into the vortex. No.
Yeah.
Not anyone with brain cells.
We've been talking about it, as you can imagine. We've been going here for a little bit, and it's hard to talk about the Flames and whether you want to call it be excited or be just, you have to be positive. You have to be, if not optimistic, but you have to give high marks to what they've done. Yes, but then you always have to, it's early. It's only 3 games. Yeah, we understand this is not sustainable.
This is the worst 3 weeks to do any sort of TV or radio. It's so bad.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what else to say other than like, hey, same thing. The flip side, just up highway too. Like the same thing is, oh my God, the sky is falling. Look, McDavid and Draisaitl are on the same line today. It's like, what? We're 3 games in. What are you doing?
Got a PTO on the second pair, game 2. They're overreacting, oversteering.
Look, here's what I'll say about the Flames results aside, what I like most about this team so far is they're competing. That team is working. And look, I don't know how it's all going to end up. I do think there's a certain part of, maybe a little bit of an FU attitude with this team that they've seen where they've been projected to finish. They see what everyone thinks of this core and they want to try and prove everyone wrong. I think that's a powerful emotion. I just don't know how far that can carry you.
And we touched on it a little bit ago. You go back a year, and I think, and Rhett, you can speak to it, I'm sure, over the course of your career. When you have players that you can all assume within the room, everybody, but they know that they're UFAs or they're going to be traded, they can do all the right things. Look, I'm in, boys. I'm all in. You can work hard at practice. You can do what you need to do in games. But when there's that feel, well, you're going to be leaving and you're not staying and you don't want to be here, I feel like it's hard for everybody.
Well, usually you have one guy.
Hanifin,
right?
Tanev, Lindsay,
not 5.
Yeah, that was a long list of key cogs that were like, and I don't think Tanev was any issues, but a lot of guys had basically flat out said, you can offer, but I'm probably leaving. You can, yeah, I'll stay if you 100% overpay me. Oh, great. Thanks. You really want to be here then?
Yeah.
So I think getting rid of that, and I've talked to people around being back in Calgary. Hey, Frank, now I can work my angles, talk to my people. So
I didn't
a lot
even
of
know
people,
you worked. That's great.
I don't, but a lot of the people around town that I do run into were saying that it was more of an issue than we maybe even discussed. And having those guys gone, everybody's on the same page, it seems like.
Yeah, I'll say there's probably a few contributing factors. That's one, that they have a collection of players that know they want to be here. 2, I think that also probably led to some finger pointing. Like I don't look, I'm not in there every day. I don't know, but I do hear rumblings throughout the course of a year that maybe it wasn't the most cohesive team that's ever existed. And then 3, the other thing that I don't think you can discount is the juice that you're getting from some of the young guys. When you've got a team, and again, just pick any really good team in the league, this is an easy time of year to sleepwalk through.
Yeah.
You can't win the Stanley Cup in October, But when you've got some of your young guys that are pushing for more ice time, more opportunity, a permanent spot in the NHL, they're playing for keeps a lot sooner than some of the other guys in the league are. And I think that part too is probably another contributing factor. So they're working, which is a hugely positive sign. There's competition in net. These guys all want to play, and I think that means something.
Stay with the goalies, because I know this summer people leaned into you for suggesting Dan Vladar might get more of the lion's share starts. How do you see them approaching this duo?
Well, to be honest, I also thought Devin Cooley might get more of a shot, and I was surprised to see them kind of put him through waivers at the juncture that they did, because he also had a strong camp. And I'm telling you, not for like a headline purpose, but they really, really like him. And so he's part of this equation moving forward. The best way that I can describe where Calgary is at with their goaltending situation is they are looking for someone to step up and carry the ball and run with it. Whoever that might be, I think they're open to it. And in the meantime, they want to put Dustin Wolf and ensure that he's put in situations best suited for success. So that means not starting the season opener, even though everyone is looking for, this, future of the Flames crease that everyone's been building toward for a long time, given his accolades in the AHL. And then you get the home opener, but the next night we're putting Vladar back in net for the Battle of Alberta. So they're going to pick their spots. They're going to try and be, choosy with sort of the spots that they put him in, and understandably so, until he demonstrates that he's capable for more. And what that means and what the split how it ends up getting shaded, whether it's, 50 for one guy or 40 some for the other, like how does it end up working? That part they're going into with an open mind. And then to plug in the Cooley part of it, really what they're looking for is, injury is the obvious part, but if one of those two guys falters and Cooley's numbers are excellent, I can tell you right now, they are not going to hesitate to use him if they need to.
Well, and Vladar, UFA, you want to play well? There's some asset management there. That'd be a great story. The Flames would love to have three guys playing well, stating the obvious, but for very different reasons.
Yeah. Can you imagine getting to a point in, February where you have a team that's desperate for a goalie that is saying, wait, we could solve our issue now and then potentially maybe even for the future. Yeah, we'll throw, a late first round pick at you. Maybe. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility if he plays really well. Think about the work that he had done surgery wise. If you're seeing a Vladar get back to full strength and full health, he had demonstrated for a while that he's capable of being a good goalie in this league.
I don't want to talk about. We take a lot of flack whenever we talk about the Oilers, and I understand for Flames fans or for people that watch.
So does Frank. To be
fair, they went
Yes.
to the finals.
One win away.
So we had to, by default, had to talk about them a fair bit.
So why are we? Yeah.
Well, I just wonder. It's
everyone picked them to win, and they're 0-3.
But you know what,
that's why we're talking about.
And because it happened last year, and now, they're off to a rough start. But hey, pump the brakes. It happened last year, and look what happened. One win away from winning a Stanley Cup. I just wonder how much of that they believe in the dressing room, how much of that is still applicable. How is this year's team different than the team from a year ago that came back from that horrendous? Because I wonder if there's maybe a little bit of trepidation or some danger in just assuming it happened last year. Don't worry, we're fine. It'll happen again.
Yeah, I'm sure that's exactly what they're telling themselves. Hey, guys, we were 2-9-1 last year. It can't possibly be that bad again. But I'll give you a few reasons why I think they are playing with fire the longer this lingers on. One is that team won 24 out of 26 games. I'd be shocked, even if they have a tough start, if they reel off that kind of run again. Are they capable with the players that they have? For sure. But that was like special stuff that I don't think you can duplicate. Two, the Vegas Golden Knights weren't a very good team last year. They started 11-0-1 and they fell off after that. And they're 3-0. I think they're a better team with a full complement of Noah Hannafin on the back end with a full complement of Tomas Hertl up front. They're getting those guys for a full season. I think that team's better than last year. And 3 is the Oilers' defense isn't as good as it was last year.
No.
By the way, they're also slower and older than they were last year. So those things all matter. And to think that, you're just going to snap your fingers when it counts, there are real detriments to falling into this hole. And it's not that they can't dig themselves out. It's, hey, guess what? These games actually mattered last year. You have home ice advantage in the Cup final. It's probably a different series.
Yeah. It's funny because we always marvel that they continue to add forwards. They never address the blue line. They were forced to with an offer sheet. That's really the only time they've addressed it, and they didn't address it, I think, the way we thought they would. Ty Emberson's not a top 4 guy that I've ever seen. Travis Dermott, 31 GM, said no. How pressing
you're
is this
forgetting the most.
Broberg was right there in front of you.
Well, that's not even it. To me, it's the fact that you have a defenseman at $9.25 million that you can't even count on to be neutral.
Yeah.
Like, we're long past the point of saying, hey, Darnell Nurse, you need to carry your pair. We're at the point where we're now saying, Darnell Nurse, please just don't hurt us. And that's a totally different conversation. And he's the anchor that's helping drag down where this team is at. You can make the Emerson or Dermott, or if you want to make the Josh Brown reference, like, for sure, by all means, but like, let's actually address the real problem here.
So no first this year, but do they just say, screw it? It's the last year of cheap Draisaitl and cheap Bouchard. Like, next year's first, get us a D now, right shot, second pair.
Yeah. I think you're throwing everything in your arsenal at improving this team. The key is there's not really a short-term solution in sight that they can trade their way out of this now. They will have a lot better positioning later on in the season. March 7th, they're on track to have almost $9 million in accrued cap space.
I thought it was 4. Are they 9?
Well, they can then, use the $4.5 million from Evander Kane. So they're on track for like upwards of $9 million in cap space. That's great, but that ain't going to help you now. So it's going to be a mix of trying to dig your way out of this, but also, like, how many runs are we going to see with McDavid going through a battle of Alberta and you're not really entirely sure that he was in the lineup?
Yeah.
And there's sorry, Frank. There's no one, because I was reading this morning, there's Shattenkirk or Giordano. I mean, there's no
second pair, right?
Legit fix out there on the sidelines, is there?
Not that I see.
Just to help in an improvement over what they've got. I would guess he would be there if they already did.
Yeah, look, I don't. Teams just don't dangle top 4 defensemen on October 15th. By the way, since when did Rasmus Andersson look like Bobby Orr? What was that sequence the other night?
Yeah,
that was ridiculous.
Connor's back check there.
Did you see that no one touched him?
Yeah, there was a few things to
contributing factors
observe on that play. He's going to be an intriguing guy. We're going to be talking a lot about him over the next little while, because he is a very good player with an amazing cap hit who's going to be in need of a contract. And
I wasn't going there. I was just referencing
how
ridiculous that sequence was. And by the way, like, if we want to talk BOA for a second, like, Rhett, if you played on the Oilers and Michael Backlund slashed your goalie in the back of the leg, what would the answer have been from your team?
A little more than what we saw. I mean,
which was nothing. Just like, so we're all abundantly clear.
You don't have anyone in the lineup that can address this. This is why you need Kane. There's 18 guys that can address this. You just have to want it.
Well, and it's Michael Backlund doing it.
It's not Mike Tyson. It's not Mike Tyson. It's
Mike Backlund. Yeah.
Just strolling through the cultural capital, just intimidating everyone.
Yeah, standing in front of the bench. Hey, what are you going to do? Who wants a piece? That Backlund, such a thug.
That to me told me something about the Oilers. It's not that you don't have, like, you can't sit there and say, oh, well, they really miss Evander Kane in the lineup and whatever else. He's the only guy who could do it. anyone could address it, and anyone that's looking for more ice time, more something, catch the coach's eye or
What
attention.
about the guy that's dragging down the D and making
That guy
9
could
that
do
you
something.
just mentioned? Like,
Just absolute complacency. It's like, hey, yeah, we're a good team. You know, we're fine.
What's going on in Colorado? Because
Yeah.
it's not dissimilar. Sorry.
Well,
no,
their
go ahead.
goalie can't make a stop to save his life. Sub 800 save percentage, and
They're missing some guys.
well, that's no excuse. Like, they've known since April that they were going to be missing guys. Like, Gabriel Landeskog still doesn't have a date that he's coming back. And in fact, it kind of feels like he's gone the other way. How many videos did we see last year of him skating and participating? No one has seen him on the ice with their own eyes in a month. So that's one. And two, we know the Val Nichushkin situation. He can rejoin the team at the end of this month, isn't eligible to play for another month from now. The Avs are a wild card because they've had to carry those 2 cap hits the whole time, knowing that they would then need to activate them. So you can't go out and spend that money. That said, why didn't they improve their goaltending situation? We had 74 games last year of Alexander Georgiev at an .897 save percentage.
Yeah.
Not like 30 games or 35. And then they said, well, Justus Annunen, we like you. You're a young guy. You're 24. You're breaking into the league. You don't have 20 whole NHL games under your belt. Why is it cap reasons? I'm sure factored into it, but this is a team that believes they can contend for the Stanley Cup. They can't do it with this goaltending.
Yeah, and then Drouin and Taves and others missing doesn't help.
you've got enough.
Cale Makar was out here flogging himself yesterday, saying how much
was.
better he needs to be.
Yeah, and he's got 5 points to lead all defensemen in the NHL, but that's the pressure there.
Yeah.
We saw McKinnon and season hadn't even started. He was already done with media sour.
But I was
Pressure
actually going to
there.
ask that. Like, McKinnon's fairly intense, like, right? Like,
Fairly intense.
Yeah.
Like, I'm fairly fat.
but if he's looking at his team, and
Wait,
George-
by the way, like, so I see Nate a couple times a season, and I always think to myself, how much absolute disgust does this guy have looking at me and being like, look at this guy's diet.
Frank, so hard on yourself, buddy.
But that's actually what I think about. Like, hey, Nate, good to see you. He's like, hey, what's up, Frank? And I'm like, oh God, he's probably like,
No,
look
he's
at this
thinking,
guy.
who is this
I'm a
silver-haired
jealous-
gent asking these
Who is this
Just kinda
absolute
pertinent
tub
and
of
relevant
lard?
questions?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who is this guy that has been living at Bonton Meats?
Jeez.
No, he'll be there. There's Frank Seravalli. What a guy!
Living his best life.
What a guy! Hi, Frank. Have a seat.
Yeah,
Hi,
he's not-
Frank. This
he's not
hi.
gonna
This
give
is
you
Frank.
the attitude that he gave those other guys.
Oh.
This is Frank. He has more fun than everyone else.
Let's chew the fat, Frank. Oh, that was nuts. You were going to say somebody was
can't-
saying something.
I can't remember. I think it was about McKinnon. I was actually going to say,
Intense.
is he annoyed with the fact that Georgie 5 is their goaltender?
Well, never mind the Nichushkin thing too. Like, where's he at? Yeah,
Because he is the kind of guy that would.
he wouldn't hide it, would he?
No, it doesn't seem to.
They seem to be welcoming him back with open arms. Does that
Okay.
is that bizarre to you?
He's a hell of a player.
This is Nichushkin you're
Yeah,
talking about? Yeah,
He's a hell of a player. But yeah, when you
twice.
'Cause
it
what
was
did they-
against Seattle?
It's,
and
yeah, it's not one playoff
twice
run
in
that
the
you
playoffs.
tanked. It's 2.
twice.
And also, like, look, I don't want to get into the whole thing about like addiction because we know that's a real thing. But we're talking like recreational drug use that is tanking your season.
Well, that's what I was going to say,
Yeah.
because was it last year that story came out with how much money this is McKinnon spends on nutrition and just overall wellness.
Which is why I
then-
was making fun of myself.
Yeah, and then to have another guy in your locker room, that's just can you just keep it within the lines? You don't need to go as far as I'm going, even if admittedly I'm over the top. Maybe you don't need to do what I'm doing. Just please meet us partway, if not even halfway.
How about this? How about just from mid-April till the end of June? Like that's all.
Find
Like
a way.
really, that's all you need.
I would really look. I've played on a million teams. Like I would really have a hard time welcoming that guy back in.
I would be.
I don't think they have any other options, do they?
Well, yeah. I mean,
Like if you want to trade him, you probably have to bring him back and show he's good before you do it. Even if you do want to trade him, you probably are best to showcase him. No.
Look at some of the other guys that have had issues that have gotten traded, though. Like it does happen, and for a whole varying reason of issues. But someone somewhere, some GMs looking at that going, that cap hit, that's a good cap hit for a player of that magnitude and that size.
Yeah.
I bet you he would make our team infinitely better.
But
yeah,
the Avs somewhere in someone's dark thinking is thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Tonight, Chicago Blackhawks, Calgary Flames. Connor Bedard. This
sold
is
out
a
the
kid-
building as a Regina Pat. Can he do it again?
Well, yeah, I don't know.
Night.
I saw the numbers, and again, it's at this point in his career where Connor McDavid was and where Connor Bedard is and all of that. Is this now already a game where people will buy tickets just to see Connor Bedard? Is it a Connor Bedard game? Is this one of those things?
I think if you're highlighting Crosby and Ovechkin,
The kids sure
absolutely.
are.
Right.
For the youngsters, absolutely.
Well, to
is.
Frank's point, it was 17,000 against the Hitmen here.
Yeah, yeah.
And like my kids were there. I would get sucked in. It was awesome.
Because it's a Tuesday against Chicago, and at one point you had Kane and Taves, and then they have not been very good. But I do wonder already tonight how many Bedard jerseys you're going to see and how excited people might be for
More
this
than
guy.
any Flame on this roster.
Sure.
Like who's on this team that's sold a lot of jerseys?
Well, it should be Zary.
Warner.
Well, soon enough, but yeah.
So you get your Zary jerseys now. See if you can get some on discount, the old Adidas ones, before they switch over to Fanatics. That would be a good buy. It should be, like, to me, it's really interesting. I was talking to a longtime NHL defenseman who has seen Celebrini up close and personal this year. I know I just went off on a tangent, but he goes, dude, I know everyone was excited about Bedard. He goes, Celebrini is like the real deal. And I was like, you think better than Bedard? And he's like, I think more complete. So I just, that's an interesting aside. But I saw Bedard in Salt Lake last week, and what is mind blowing to me is if you're in the stands tonight and you have like an ISO cam, your own eyes, and you only watch Bedard, it's wild to me how much faster he's processing the game than anyone else. And you can see him actually get mad and frustrated. And it's really only because he's seeing things that his teammates literally do not have the capability of seeing. It's like taking me to an art museum. Like, I don't know what the F I'm looking at, but he's feeling that way about his teammates, and not because he's a bad guy or bad teammate or anything like that. It's just, he's seeing things and openings and possibilities that, like, he's seeing colors that we cannot see.
Mm-hmm.
Just key into that tonight, and you will have such an appreciation for Connor Bedard.
Yeah, because I feel like it's a game day. We're this far into the show, we've not even really talked about Bedard, who you feel is. I just wonder how
he may never have someone that he plays with that thinks the game he does.
Yeah. Well, I was just going to ask. I mean, we can get way down the path on it, but they looked at a defenseman versus Demidov, and I wonder if that wasn't a guy that had the IQ to play with him. We'll see.
It's special. I'm telling you, it's like Crosby level special, like David level special.
Before we go, Utah, you were there, and they're off to a great start.
They're a good team. They're a team that I think is playoff bound this year. They've got some really special forwards. I think they significantly improved their defense, and they've got a little like swagger to them. I love that spending time with them. Their team motto and mantra this year is all in, no excuses. That whatever happened in Arizona, as crappy as that situation was for so long, the arena, the owner, the treatment, all those things that came with it, that might have been a reason and distraction enough for that team not to take a step forward. And now the crazy part for them is they're just kind of still scratching the surface. They've still got tons of cap space. They've still got so many prospects that they can't even sign. I see tons of reasons if you're building a team to be envious of what that marketplace in Salt Lake City and Utah is inheriting, because they're in a position of strength for a long time.
when's the last time they've been desired, wanted, have been,
Treated
They
like an
haven't even-
NHLer.
even just accepted, right? They've always kind of been in the road. They've been,
Yeah.
this friggin' Coyotes, they're just, what do we do to finally feel appreciated and have some value for those guys? Must be amazing.
So their owner, Ryan Smith, takes over and he flies to Phoenix. Everyone's jaw is still on the floor. And he says, basically, we've just traded for the entire team is essentially the message. Puts them on a plane, sends them to Salt Lake. They get introduced to everyone. Everyone's so excited. And he says to them in a meeting afterwards, we have to make 1,000 decisions between now and opening night. Can you guys just tell us what you want so that we don't have to guess and make decisions for you? Like, give us some leadership here and tell us what you're looking for. Here's the things that they asked for. Better plane, better hotels to stay in on the road, and proper nutrition.
Jeez.
Like the baseline of playing in the NHL, we're not asking for a lot here. We just want like the normal, like, can I get a damn protein shake after a game type of thing? And I think that, to me, when I said all in, no excuses, that's what it comes down to, is like all of your needs are now being met. Now you've got to go out and deliver. And I think they're really excited about just like being a real NHL team for once.
It would be great if somebody could have done a documentary from one year to the next to go through the last season of the Arizona Coyotes and the rink, like you say, the plane, hotel, the shortcomings to what they are now being treated to by this billionaire owner. The start
and the city, like the billionaires making it all available to them, but the people have to. Sure. Are they not all in on this?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, they have real fan support, and there's 16,000 people in the arena. Okay, only 11,000 of them can have unobstructed view seats, but that atmosphere means something. The basic needs, they're part of an event now that before they were a sideshow. Like I told you guys the story last year of like hotels saying to them, guys, you haven't paid your bill. If you ever want to stay here again, you need to check up front before you check in. Like, that's the point that this had devolved to, in addition to a 4,000 seat arena where 3,000 of them are the opposing fans, because it's a sideshow, because it's like, where else are we going to go where we can see NHL hockey in this intimate of an arena ever again? The answer is never.
Yeah, it was kind of one
awesome.
of those. You were
That's why we did it.
A carnival act, Come see the bearded lady. Come see the NHL team in the college rink, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Come see Nathan McKinnon meet Frank. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Something
be great. Yeah.
What happened to the Phillies?
Don't ask.
Because I texted you the day we put together it's like, look at this game for the Phillies. Castellanos and this kid, and they come from behind. Unbelievable.
That's the only game I went to.
How about the Phillies? I text Frank, were you at that game? He's like, yeah, I was there. Jeez,
I just wasn't a believer.
Then the error was like 3 days later, it was over.
Something about the Mets this year, something about the Phillies just not having it. And it's like, for you guys, it would be like losing and getting your doors blown off against the Oilers. Like, it's like, did it have to, like, of all teams, did it have to be the Mets?
Subway Series?
I hope not. I hope they get absolutely stomped.
The Mets, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Yankees, for that matter. I mean,
yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah.
It's harsh.
Leave New York.
Well, Frank, good to talk to you, buddy. Good to see you.
Good to see you guys. Rhett, keep it going. Just keep it.
I'll keep it real. It's getting a little.
It's pretty thick, dude. That is like,
it's phenomenal.
You know some girth.
Easy now. Should have quit while we were ahead. There he is, everybody. Thank you, Frank. Talk to you next week, pal. One of our, of course, hockey insider, Frank Seravalli, joining us on the Insider Hotline for Crystal Waters Plumbing Company. Call them at 403-219-4100. Check them out online. CrystalClearCalgary.com. Crystal Waters Plumbing and Heating, your crystal clear choice for home comfort.
See you Wednesday. Tomorrow.
Is that right?
Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah.
They're coming to give you the old
fellas be jacked.
The old turn and cough.
Hey, fella. Got some things here we need to.
Rat, what's the story with these air conditioners? We didn't turn them off for 2 years when we were in another country.
Oh dear. So that's not they frown on that. That's not
I think there's
recommended.
some maintenance
we'll
beyond
find
doing
out.
nothing.
That's why they're
encourage.
coming tomorrow. Let me
I
know.
guess we'll find
Find
out.
out.
I'm sure it's just a small thing. Retro, don't be too upset.
I'm not worried yet.
Worry
Not yet,
about it.
anyway.
Pinder Report coming up first. Square, if you run a restaurant, you're too busy for this ad, you're thinking about how to get more orders flowing, new locations opening. You need to get more customers and you need them coming back. So really, you're already thinking about Square because Square Restaurant Tech helps more than 400,000 restaurants do all those things and more. So when you're thinking about your restaurant, think bigger and think Square. Maximize those sales by making it easy to process orders in-house with a kiosk or a mobile POS for table-side orders and online ordering for takeout and delivery. There is the website, squareup.com/ca/en/campaign/BigInRST to see why Square is big in restaurants. It was bolded,
Big.
capitalized. It was
All
all caps,
caps, yeah.
big. See why Square is
Big.
Mhm.
Big.
in restaurants. You're supposed to, I guess, put emphasis on that when it's
Oh, you did a great
all
job.
caps.
I
Thanks.
like that. Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Now I want to go to a restaurant.
What kind of food are you craving?
It doesn't matter really. Spicy soup.
Oh,
I am actually
Is that right?
some of. Yeah.
did we get
little
Thanksgiving
spicy
done?
soup.
Do you have a food update for us?
The big human went out to Durs, and the big human was there, and the big human Dur had a massive bird, huge,
Poor new viewers have no.
and
clue.
then the big human threw to give it. I don't know what he put in his gravy. He did a hell of a job.
Dur did?
No,
The big human.
So he was in charge of gravy.
Yeah, he was in charge of gravy. Did a hell of a job. Hell of a job.
I feel like we should give him a call.
Bottle of scotch.
Do you think he's making
The hockey
gravy?
game was on.
Yeah, might have been watching you.
It
Bottle of
was.
scotch. Yeah, you guys there's something that happens, like a switch that's flipped when you guys drink scotch.
It's delicious.
It's delicious. It's so delicious. Touches your lips. Yeah. Well, it's good. Now I'm intrigued.
And you didn't get.
I
You had it
was
last weekend.
Yeah,
It
we
was
did.
last weekend.
And you?
Yeah.
Last night. Yep, we had all the grandchildren, my folks, brother and sister, in-laws. The
Any
carrots
infighting?
on feta, phenomenal. Always a good debate. Yeah,
What was that? Carrots? What?
just
Feta
amazing
carrots,
carrots. The veggies were done really
I've had
well.
carrots
feta
on
with
feta.
Stuffing's
asparagus.
excellent.
Oh, I
Bacon
love
wrapped beans.
yeah.
Bacon wrapped beans. I was
Bacon wrap.
very impressed with everyone. Good work.
Bacon or prosciutto?
Bacon.
I got you.
Both good.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Prosciutto's easier to wrap.
gravy was excellent.
Yeah. Jack, what did you do for Thanksgiving? Now, I understand there was a big steak dinner going back
Oh,
to
that's
Friday.
right. How
It
did
looks like
that go? What'd you
got,
go with?
I sent you a photo. The ribeye, remember?
I don't remember. I was
You reacted to it.
I was drunk then too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I went for a nice steak dinner on Friday. No Thanksgiving dinner,
I
which
was.
sucks, but
All right. Yeah. Sorry.
no, I got no family here.
Come
My
to
dad.
my house.
Well, you didn't invite me.
We're your family.
You didn't invite me. You invite family to Thanksgiving.
I don't feel too bad.
No, don't feel too bad.
Okay, good.
I'm more of an American Thanksgiving guy. That's when we.
Don't half-ass it.
Get the
Go
food
all
spoiled.
out.
You know, I was driving in today. I was thinking, I wonder if a guy slid by a grocery store today, if there might be a heck of a deal on some turkeys.
Hells yeah.
I'll fire that son of a bitch in there today, just for why not?
Why not?
Doesn't take that long.
Just in Nashville.
It's all it's all thawed, ready to go.
Interesting take by the big human as well. So with the turkey, right?
Do you want to tell people who you're
No,
talking
he
about?
doesn't.
No. So the full bird, right? Like you got to cook it to 160. But that 160 is to avoid getting sick.
Salmonella.
And salmonella is killed like instantly at 160.
Right.
But if you cook it at like 145, it dies in
Slowly.
a couple minutes. It's just
Okay.
a slower death. So really, we might be overcooking our birds.
The turkey or the salmonella dies. You're not putting a live bird in there.
Yeah, I hope it's dead already.
It's in there fucking flapping around. Son of a bitch.
Anyway,
Feathers catching on fire.
I thought that was interesting.
Because the thing is, and then you take the bird out, you put the foil over it, it's going to carry.
Still cooking.
Yeah.
Still cook it, doesn't just stop cooking.
not
And
just
look,
done.
if you've overcooked it a bit and it's dry, we've all tasted that before.
Yeah.
I think you're giving us solutions here, Rhett.
I feel like in this day and age, there's no excuse. You should never be overcooking.
No.
We all know about it. The technology is available. There's heat thermometers galore.
Good grief.
You're not putting it into over a fire pit and hoping
Gigi
for the
showed
best.
me a trick last night. Grandma says you get a hot, wet paper towel and just put it over as you're slicing. Just a couple layers. Keep the moisture in there.
Is that right?
Stays warm.
I'm not going
Doesn't
to
dry
argue with
out.
that.
Yeah, worked for me.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with that. But yeah, the gravy is key. So you mean to tell me the big humans in the kitchen making gravy?
Big human was in the kitchen making gravy
Holy
with
shit.
the drippings.
Gravy connoisseur.
Fresh gravy. No packages, no fresh.
No pre-made.
Is he a cook? Is he a chef?
Loves
Is he
to
the
cook.
cook? Really?
Yance and he cooks. Jeez.
Mhm.
It's a weapon. What a catch.
I feel like I need more of this man in my life. Because big like fish and stuff, right? He's big.
Oh, yeah.
Loves fishing. Has he got a beer batter recipe?
I don't know if he uses the beer batter. I know a guy, though, that does.
Do you?
Yeah.
You grab it.
And that guy was two-stepping it down in Palm Springs
No.
for Thanksgiving.
What's his nickname? We need another.
Celebrating. The DUG was down there celebrating the sister-in-law's birthday. Big birthday.
Really?
Like a number with a 0 after.
1,000.
You turn
Quite.
1,000?
Not quite, but
Shit. It's great.
old.
It's pretty old. Yeah.
Very old.
Pretty old. Time for the Pinder Report. It's a presentation of Village Honda. 2025s. You like 2025s, but it's 2024. How can that be? Well, that's the thing. They're getting them in. They got a bunch of them.
Yeah.
You're talking about,
What
did the model? What do you get a new one? How do you do it?
Waiting, you're getting. What are you doing?
Village Honda, new vehicle pricing is always MSRP. The 2025s are in the Civic, the CRV, the Accord, the Pilot, the Passport, just the most reliable vehicles on the road. It is Honda, and it's at the Northwest Auto Mall, and it's online at villagehonda.com. And we present
Ryan Pinder.
the Pinder Report.
It's a game day. Yes, it is. It's Bedard, Zeri, all the Connors are welcome.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's have some fun. There's Marty, your boy. He's been good down the middle, aside from the Faceoff.
I can't believe you named your kid after him.
Isn't that nice?
I know. Yeah. The kids was
We showed you the schedule. This is they're kind of going home and back, home and back, home and back. But they will have a homestand coming up here. Chicago tonight, off to Seattle on the weekend, then back for a bit.
no kidding.
Pittsburgh, Carolina, Winnipeg. There it is. So 4 of the next 5.
Bit of a break here, though.
You
eh?
know what? It also,
Yeah.
thank you, RJ, for getting your S together and doing the
verses and the
verses
ats, yeah.
and the ats.
Yeah, what happened there?
That was huge.
He took it hard.
Did he?
Yeah.
I saw the text
He
chain. I didn't know what
apologized.
happened.
You just
Nothing.
Nothing. At where it should have been verses. That's all.
Oh, I see.
I mean, technically.
Because at
Still
kind of
correct.
signifies where the game's being played.
Yeah. Yeah. That's correct.
So kind of important.
Yeah, he wasn't wrong. It's just he kind of was formatting it one way and then he didn't do it. And it
He
was
mixed.
Oh, I see.
wrong. This is what we all expected, right? Standings, please, Jack. Let's take a look. Top 10. What do we got? Devils, Golden Knights.
Yeah.
What? Calgary, Utah, Ottawa. The bottom 10, meanwhile, fellas.
Let's see, bottom 10. Is
See
the
what's
bottom 10
going on
available?
here. See
Is
what
it up?
bottom 10. This updated. Is he going to play this morning?
I'm not sure because I look at that top 10. There's not a lot of
Look at the bottom, like cup contender. They won free
Oilers,
agency,
Avs.
perennial contender, playoff team last year. Yeah, that's weird.
so
One
if
game.
if the season ended today,
Right? Yeah. If
these teams are out of the playoffs
it'd be
potentially.
cruel to Carolina, who's only played once, but yeah, that's correct.
So if the season ended today, a huge disappointing
Oh,
season.
man. Carolina.
Come on,
Carolina, get
Buffalo.
it together.
Jeez. Sabres did beat Florida, but that start against the Devils in Europe, not ideal.
I think the team's going to struggle.
Probably worth noting season doesn't end today.
Yeah, that's a good point.
The season does not end today.
Playoffs are not this weekend. They're going to be mid to late April. Here's who's leading the Flames. Let's have a look at the scoring leaders. This is some gaudy numbers from the fellas. There he is. Huberdeau. Rasmus. Your boy. And a bunch of guys with 4 points. It's a good start, fellas.
Did you hear Frank say that we should all get a Zeri jersey?
I did hear that. Yeah.
You like Zeri?
And I think, no, I'll do some, you know what? I don't know who you talk to. I think I remember hearing Zeri was like, no, I'm keeping that number. It's like, so your training camp number, do you think you're going to maybe, no, that's my number. I think that's what I heard.
I like that.
I like that too.
It's part of the chip on the shoulder.
Yeah. Number schmumber.
Yeah.
That's what he
I'm
said.
here to play hockey.
Yeah.
The hell difference does it make?
I'm here to chew bubble gum and kick some ass. And I'm all out of
14's
bubble
not
gum.
available, so I'll just keep
That's right.
47.
That's right. Rasmus, what a game against the
Yeah.
Oilers. Let's look. NHL scoring leaders for defensemen. Good company.
Let's go.
McCarr and Theodore. And he's got 2 bingos, as does Uyghur. Well done. Well done.
Shoot.
Rhett, you like this? Your
How
name
cheap?
came up on
Are you gonna
Saturday.
make it?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
But we're
You
gonna-
sound like shit,
You
Ryan.
It sound
is
awful.
really falling
Turn me
apart.
up and I'll just talk a little quieter. There we are. Rhett, on Saturday, your name came up. Let's have a view.
Oh, I got up early today for kid hockey, and I don't know what happened.
Not feeling good.
Estevan, Saskatchewan's own Braden Bahl. You know who he reminds me a little bit, Cammy?
Gosh.
I think he's got a little bit of Rhett Warner in him. I think there's a little bit of Rhett Warner in the way that Braden Bahl plays. I think he's
Someone
just a
send
little,
this to Rhett and then send him the whole stat line from tonight,
Yeah.
please.
I think he is so just steady and calm. He's not the biggest guy. He's maybe not the best skater. He's maybe not the most skilled player. He's maybe not the best looking. But he can really play. And I think he is just so steady. I think he gives them so much that they need. And he wasn't as high a draft.
Do we have the "You're Fired" clip yet, or are we still missing that one?
Wait,
It's,
so-
Are you going to fire him?
it's a direct shot.
So nice. So nice to be remembered.
Saskatchewan.
So nice to be remembered.
Yeah, where does this
And
turn?
then
Play
shit
that
on.
again.
Yeah, can we hear that one?
Yeah,
Because
'cause
it was
it
going
turns
so
quick.
well.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden it's like
And-
personal appearance blast.
Did it start with the skating? I think it started with the skating. Then looks. came
Estevan,
in.
Saskatchewan's own Braden Bahl. You know who he reminds me a little bit, Cammy?
Gosh.
I think he's got a little bit of Rhett Warner in him. I think there's a little bit of Rhett Warner in the way that Braden Bahl plays. I think he's
Someone
just a
send
little,
this to Rhett and then send him Pahal's stat line from tonight,
Yeah.
please.
I think he is so just steady and calm.
Okay.
He's not the biggest guy. He's maybe not the best skater. He's maybe not the most skilled player. He's maybe not the best looking.
You don't have to
but
keep going.
He can,
You don't
but
have
he can really
to-
play.
Honestly.
And I think
Mike, because you heard that right, where you just kept piling on, Dean.
My
Because it was
goodness.
calm and steady, but then it was a major
I'm going.
180.
Bam.
Pick up, stupid.
It's rough.
Anyway, that was Mike Gold. He used to do
Mike.
Afterburner here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I got another beef to pick about Afterburner.
Oh my goodness.
You know who's got beef with you is
Can't get on.
our boy
And-
Weegs. Remember you were saying, why do you extend Uyghur? This guy sucks. He's brutal. He's been really good since then. And to your point, he was pretty shitty the first half of his first year here.
Oh.
He is all in on Calgary. Let's go.
Flames fans, it's Weeks here. I thought I'd give the boys some help here. Just in the dozer, hanging out. I thought I'd give them a hand. This is my rig. We got the rigs out there doing their job. Things gonna be incredible. The vibes are immaculate here. It's a nice sunny day. Weather's perfect. Let's go get them this year. But until then, I'll be out here working on the new arena, working hard for you guys. So let's go get it, baby.
Didn't know he had that clause in the contract.
Why didn't they just say Weegs was on it?
Got
That's all you had to tell us. Why didn't you just say Uyghur was on it?
to take we're just looking at the fine print of your contract here. There's a construction clause. A what?
What's the stipulation?
It says in the event that the team is going to be building a new arena over the course of the. But I signed this so many years ago. There was no
There's
talking.
way. Beauty.
You were hard on him at the start.
He was
He
there.
deserved it. He
It was
deserved it.
not. And again, I was hard on Huberdeau's playing better. It was more about the fact that you're living jumped the gun on giving him a contract. There was no rush.
One cost you more, the other saved you money. Can go either way.
Yeah, all balances out.
Weeks ain't 6 1/4 if he's UFA today. I know that, but not Huberdeau's also not 10-5.
Not yet. Not yet.
It's coming.
Wranglers, they had a 2-game homestand with Abbotsford, split 4-3 shootout win yesterday.
That is a terrible emblem that Abbotsford has there.
Well, Johnny Canuck, yeah. Got any issues, Dean?
That's a bad tattoo.
Yeah, it really is.
That's I was 17 playing junior hockey and had to have a hockey
Right.
tattoos. Yeah.
It's very odd that you'd pick that up as a reference point, but yeah, I suppose that would be. Sure.
Now, Frank noted that the Oilers are a tough start. Is that
I think I brought it up and he reinforced it. And
so that's happening now?
yeah, I guess so.
There's this stat that said 3 Connors have scored in Edmonton: Kyle Connor, Connor Bedard, and Connor Zary. But
I see. I like taking the piss out of guys and stuff, but whenever it comes to, can we just leave McDavid off? Just don't piss him off. Can we just, like Cody Ceci when he was there? Yeah, by all means,
take runs,
run all you want.
Darnell, sorry.
Yeah, he's probably not
Open
going to
game.
come back and put it right in your tuchus,
Right.
but this guy probably could.
schedule tonight. Let's take a look. What do you like in here, Dean? Is we've got a lovely Tuesday slate.
There's a lot of games.
Including or not including the Flames?
The slate includes the Flames.
All right.
Second from the bottom.
Well, Vegas, Washington. Ovechkin still continues his chase of the great one.
You got one yet?
No.
Just getting into game shape.
Right.
We saw there that Carolina, if the playoffs began today, would not be in.
So game 2 must win, right?
Mm-hmm. Now, is this the Columbus home opener?
It is. And they've asked fans to come early. That's going to be an emotional night in Nationwide Arena.
There you go. Nashville.
Tougher start.
And it'd be nice to see the Flyers bounce back.
Really would.
Get a big road win.
Mishkov, come on, let's go. A lot of hype.
Show them what you got.
Do they have any Connors?
Connor Zamula? Nope. Connor Farabee?
No.
Connor Couturier?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, damn it.
Middle names?
Probably.
Yeah,
right?
let's
for
just
sure,
pretend. Yeah.
for sure.
Travis Connor Konechny.
Yes,
TCK.
that was
TCK.
quick.
TCK.
That was really
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah.
I just thought of a name and I put Connor in the middle. It really
that
was.
how
Is that
you
what
do
you
it?
did?
I know.
So you don't even know if it's real?
So fast.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Hitman. This was kind of cool on the weekend as something that hadn't been happened before in franchise history. This is Eric 2, 15 years old, Shuddy, 31 saves.
What's he doing playing at 15?
Well, he's allowed to play a little more these days. The Western League's allowed more games for 15-year-olds. That's a good
Good
day
for you,
for a
bud.
15-year-old. No? Boy, Eric.
Because you would think at 15, you'd be thinking, please don't let me get, don't let
Just
me
don't
get lit
show
up.
me.
I don't want to
15, I was there, and I just didn't want to go on the ice because the Raiders were in town and there was a bunch of meatheads running around.
Who are some of those meatheads?
David Nelson.
Yeah.
Shots.
I change.
Well, congrats to that young lad.
Good on him.
Now, Antonio Brown, Jack's boy.
Where's he from?
Antonio Brown?
No, Eric too.
Oh.
He's from the crease. He's a goalie.
Oh, right. Go. It's the Pinder Report.
Not so
sorry.
quick this time, are you?
No,
Pinder?
sure not.
Hey, nothing but
Devontae
answers.
Adams has been traded. Jack, Steelers finally got it. Is that what I was just because CT ESPN was saying?
They're in on him, but yeah,
Oh, they were in on him.
close.
Okay.
CTN said it was done. They're now reporting it was close.
Oh, close.
What? You can't report on
Antonio
something that's
Brown?
not-
What are we talking about?
So
Devontae Adams.
He's CT ESPN.
Right. Okay.
And so he tried to break news and he was saying, oh, Brandon Ayuk, going to be a Steeler.
Right.
And they say, Devontae Adams, going to be a Steeler.
Ah, so he's like an insider for the
So he's
Steelers.
wrong
except
all the time.
things that
Yeah.
don't come. Yeah.
So there it is. They're back, boys.
Is it done?
It's done. Third rounder can be a second. First or second all team pro, all AP pro, or a ticket to the conference final.
Wait, what happened?
Devontae Adams, Jets.
J-E-T.
E.
Oh, no.
Oh, really?
J-E-T-E Jets.
I don't like it.
I mean, I like it for the Jets.
Yeah. But they're kind of the shits.
They're
They're
no.
2-4.
It's
How bad are the Jets? We have that stat, don't we? Because it was like last year they had the MILF Hunter at quarterback, right? And he was so bad, you just can't win with this guy. Exact same number of points and one win worse than the MILF Hunter last year.
And did you see God's gift there ripping another one of his wideouts yesterday?
It's good at it.
Well, Mike Williams, we're supposed to do the red line, and then he does the Jimmy
Great.
route, and I do the hooky. It's like, yeah, enough. Enough.
That's a good sign, Jack.
It's very good.
That one of your buddies? Calgary FC, let's go. Big game last weekend at home, their final home game of the regular season, and it was a gooder. Let's go to the 79th minute.
Go.
79?
79 minutes.
79.
Penalty area. There should be a dramatic substitution as the ball is played in. Have they got it in? They have.
What a set
I
piece.
think it's Montgomery.
Ooh, what? Set piece?
Like this?
No. Maybe, right? I don't know.
Looking at it.
That's a late goal, Ryan.
Yeah, 79
That's in the late stages of that particular match.
They
Is that
would
against the
hold on.
Wanderers?
That is the Wanderers.
The
Look
Wanderers.
at Brett. Look at him go. Standings. They are in second. They have a 2-point edge on Ottawa. They have one game left. So all you got to do, boys, just keep that bulge over Ottawa.
Taking care of business, BTO.
So again, you can't reach first.
No.
So as far as attainable,
Mhm. They want to be top of the attainable table.
yeah, they're at the top of the attainable table.
Top of the attainable table, Tommy.
What's the
Top of the attainable table, Tommy.
TCK?
Travis Connor Konechny.
Yeah, top table. Attaboy, well done.
Yeah, let's keep it going,
Good
boys.
job, Cavalry. Good job.
And then this weekend, 4 games, same time.
Your voice is so soft.
It's really bad. All 4 games, exact same kickoff. Final games of the year. Who will make the playoffs?
Where are they? Where's the Princess?
They're in Winnipeg.
Auto State.
Go get them, Valor. Beat those boys, Valor. Beat Valor.
My
Go
grandpa
Cavalry.
used to love to go to Princess Auto. He would make me go with him to
The
Princess
stadium
Auto,
or the repair shop.
the shop, and just walk around for hours and visit with all the salespeople and the parts. Oh my God.
And it's still a thing.
Really?
Yeah. Now, what about PV Mart?
Like
Because that's a
PV
Saskatchewan staple.
did enjoy PV Mart. We would stop in there as well, but I remember Princess Auto more. He was a mechanic, so he was.
How did that jingle go? PV Mart. Something and a whole lot more. They had a little jingly thing there. I don't wonder if they still do it. Jack, can you find out about PV Mart?
Come on,
Just
Jack.
get us that jingle, Jack, if you could.
Fire that up, would
Be
you?
that quick. Now, you're all excited about soccer. Got one tonight for you.
Man, so good.
That's a lot of soccer.
Yeah, they are. Canada, Panama.
Kids were listening to Panama the other day.
Panama.
Is this a good song, Dad? I'm like, yeah, it's a good song.
Is this a good
Talk
song?
about
Dad, I think I like this song. It's a big one. They got 22,000 seats sold before today.
Where
It's
is it?
about double what the
Toronto?
Argos get. So there you go. Don't know why that matters.
Now,
Doesn't
what are
matter.
the? Yeah, it's just if you
It's a
could
shot
take
at the Argos. Yeah.
So what are the? What's on the line? What are the
It's a
expectations?
friendly. There is not a lot on the line,
Oh.
and you're expected to win. They
Over
looked-
Panama?
Over Panama. They're beat
Really?
USA.
We could go to
Out there,
Panama. They got good
Peru, Mexico.
doctors
Do they?
Stem cell
Mm.
stuff. He likes the stem cells. Yeah.
and bankers. They can hide your money.
That's correct. Yeah, they can clean your money.
If I had money to hide.
Well, you went
I'd
to
be-
Nashville and spent it all. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's not hiding there. It's gone.
Did I tell? I didn't tell you. Side note, side piece. So, roll into Tootsie's. Like let's go.
Mhm.
So it's me and the lady that I live with. I'll get a couple of drinks and a couple of Jack Daniels. Couple, couple shots, couple
Side
drinks.
shot. Yeah.
Slide of 50.
Oh boy.
What?
Excuse me?
No, was it a Canadian
Did I-
50? That's why. It was a Canadian 50.
Like I gave you a. Was that 50?
Red
Yeah.
one?
Oh yeah. I see. So, how much was it? $3 more. $3. Oh, I'll just
Hmm.
give you that $5. You can just keep that.
It's for you.
It's for you. $53, $55 for 4 drinks.
Lewis. 2 drinks and 2 shots.
Okay. Luckily, though, they don't use those things.
No, they fill her up.
She was a hell of a gal.
She
Oh, really?
filled her
Yeah,
up.
took the 2 bottles, did one of these. Glug. All right.
Did you get your money's worth?
You're not paying
I
for
think I
mix
got
down there, are you,
That's,
Dean?
no, you're not, Rhett.
Rat, your kids are skateboarding, right?
They love to.
Ryan, back to you.
Back to the skateboarding show. Here we go.
Tony
Check out
Hawk.
this kid. Check out this kid. Tony Hawk. What? Nice. I think that's pretty good, right? Well, hang on. And right back on the skateboard.
Where did the skateboard go?
It's just rolling back and forth.
What?
Is that AI? Watch it again.
Well,
It's
even if a
back.
parent or somebody
down.
sent it, that's impressive as whole.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, we're kind of
How many times do you fall?
nitpicking. Wait a minute. Did a parent stop it from
I'll
rolling?
tell you what. As a boarder myself, I don't like the fence that close. I like it's
Impale yourself on
Yeah.
there. Get your giblies caught.
As a
You-
fencer, those skateboarders are too
you
close.
catch an edge. You're going right in.
Edge of what?
Finally, Dean, how are your pets? You're home. Did they
How
miss
are
you?
them?
How are your pets?
Everyone's fine, Ryan.
Good. Why?
I just don't know where this is
Well,
going.
'cause look,
Yeah.
this guy's got a
I
pet.
do.
Here we go.
Hey, Jesus Christ.
See? Give him a little snuggle. Okay. Fine ears.
Dude, that thing is big.
Look at that. There you are. And it's it. Smooch. Oh, you good boy. Good boy.
What did I just see? Oh my God.
You want to try?
No.
Let's go. You want to try? Ajarin Pak.
Ini caranya.
Ya.
Ini.
Jack.
Shh. Agak.
Part of it.
Sit. Sit. Stay. Stay. Good boy. That is good Cobra.
3 games into a new season. And we talked all summer about this.
I just hope your pets are
And
all
we're
right.
still here.
So shout out to anyone's pets. Pinder Report.
Brought to you by Village Honda. Huge selection of used vehicles, all makes, all models. Maybe it's that time of year you're thinking, I don't know how well equipped our vehicle is to get through another Alberta winter. 90 units on site, 500 more inside the dealership groups. What does that mean? Well, go in, take a look at the lot. If it's not there, then you talk to one of the sales staff and say, oh, it's kind of what we're looking for. Don't see it here. They say, hey, it's the Wood Automotive Group.
Don't worry about it.
We got over 500 vehicles for you to choose from. That's why Village Honda is your one-stop automotive destination in Calgary. They are worth the trip. Cheers to you, Village Honda. And I'm sorry about Ryan.
Dealership for life. You're stuck with me, guys.
Do you ever talk to them about how they feel about this nonsense that you trot out on a daily basis?
They were the ones that told me that Travis Konechny's middle name was Connor. So
Right.
it all fits in.
Comes back around. Okay. That's good, I guess. Son of a gun.
I hate snakes.
Really? Is that a snake?
Wasn't a salamander.
Okay, so a couple things we got to do.
Okay.
I don't know, but I think, how was our week in the for our point spread? Because we're going to talk about Bet365 here.
Jack was telling me he's happy with everyone's work. So
Bet365, the world's largest sports betting platform. Open an account with Bet365 today. It's a huge range of markets. Download the app, use the promo code FN bonus when you sign up. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365.
I had a great day yesterday at Bet365.
Did you?
I
Really?
did.
Wow, good for you,
Wow.
buddy.
The Bills were playing. The Yankees were playing.
Yeah.
you get a
Josh
plaque on the
Allen.
wall there at the office.
Oh,
Employee of the month.
I battled back.
Battle back.
Got to get it back. Gib. So here is a look at our point spread records
Whoa.
after 6 weeks.
Fellas.
One of these is definitely, below the other.
But getting better, Dean.
We're getting there. 8-10
Look at
on the
Jack.
season.
Look at Jack.
Then Pinder at 10-7-1. Rhett 11-6-1. Jack is 13-5.
Wowzers.
What were your picks this week, sir? What was your record?
3-0. I went with Pittsburgh for once. They crushed the Raiders.
I did.
Bills hang on I think it was -2. That line moved before the game. It got
Right.
down to like -1.
Greg Zerline saved your ass.
Yeah, Greg the shit leg
well,
is terrible.
pass didn't help
Jack,
either.
That's true.
Watch your mouth.
Sorry. And Atlanta. They smoked the Saints.
Yeah, they really did. Spencer Rattler.
Who could see
Like the
that coming?
Snakes, yeah.
Yeah, right. And you always have the Bills, so you
Bills.
would have been on.
I bet against my team, my only loss this week. I might start believing.
I
in
did
the
friendship
Chargers.
bets on the weekend.
I don't know if you heard this.
Did you know that?
I saw the bets when they came in.
Yeah.
I thought, look at old retro doing buddy bets.
Supporting
buddy
the
bets.
buddy. It's what I
Buddy
did.
bets.
Except for Jack.
If you
But I supported Jack last time, so I just
Jack's hot enough. He's fine.
But imagine if you did, then
Jack's
you'd have
way
been
ahead.
you'd have right 4-0.
I should have really been.
It would have been a
climbing the
4-0
ladder.
week for the buddy bets.
3-0. Chargers. Bills. Bears.
So how are we feeling?
I feel pretty good about myself. I don't know
Jack's-
how Jack got ahead that far, but
See, tampering.
No one really is checking the math. We
Just
just
trust him.
kind of assume. But I'll tell you what, at this point, and we're not telling you what to do.
It was the Bucks that beat the Saints too, not Atlanta. I don't know what he's smoking over there.
Right.
It's Carolina they throttled, but they won either way. Unless the line was 18.
see, these are why there are some question marks.
Checks and
Yeah, there
balances,
is that.
yeah.
But this will be one of those things. If you go, you're going to do your picks maybe on a Sunday morning, and you go and you got point spread picks, experts or whatever, and you saw these. If you saw somebody was 13-5,
Oh wow.
you would be taking his or her word as gospel.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am whatever you tell me. You tell me to eat lima beans, I'm going to eat lima beans. Whatever it is. The guy at the top, maybe not so much. You're like, I'm probably going to fade him a little bit.
He's due.
But man, let's go. Let's get to 500 this week.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Fellas, good work.
Good week.
What also happened, we talked about the
3-0.
Steelers. Now, the jackometer or the jackometer was something that, in a way, it started a long time ago, but
Yeah.
really just became a thing this year. Jack is a Steelers fan. He rides the waves of emotion. The wins are so sweet, and the just devastating
bitter.
losses hurt so badly that we needed some sort of a tool or a measurement system to see and to be on this ride with him.
Right.
And they had a great start to the season.
Yeah, 3-0, weren't they?
Yeah, and then so it's another big victory. We saw one loss really torpedo the jackometer. What would a win do?
Here we go.
As we take a look here,
Oh,
it's a mild bounce back.
Back where we
That's
started.
pretty good. He's even keel for the season.
4-2. That's not bad.
Not too bad.
Now,
That
why a 2 spot? Like wasn't up 1. You're up 2.
I'm up 2. Well, it was an interesting game. In the first half, I was ready to fire Arthur Smith. I was calling for Russell Wilson on Friday. And then in the second half, they put up 30 points. And everything's looking good. And then Ryan this morning tells me Russell Wilson's getting first team reps.
This week. And in line to start on Sunday.
I don't think you want Russell.
Why? I don't get it.
Are we going back to 4?
Wilson hasn't played in how long? Fields has 10 touchdowns, 1 interception. They put up 30 points for the first time in seems like
Yeah,
years.
pre-Pickett probably.
Yeah, definitely pre-Pickett.
It's a pretty solid record.
This could
Changing your
drop
goaltender
before the
or
game.
changing your
Yeah.
quarterback.
Yeah, 4-2, and you're gonna change your quarterback? I don't know, boys.
Oh,
You're right. I wonder if maybe it should only be one.
Maybe it goes
Maybe we
down
have to
4.
check. Maybe this needs to be a daily thing,
Wow.
not just after games.
And the news broke like an hour ago.
Yeah, and they didn't trade for Devontae Adams, which I was really hoping was
But the
going to
good
happen.
neus is they get to play him this week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because they got the
He'll be on
Jets
the
this
field.
weekend.
Jack, let's just, as we take a look here, and I know not everybody's going to give a crap about this, but as we take a look here now, let's go through the next few weeks
Mhm.
because this is now we're into the heart of the season. This is the core of the schedule.
Mhm.
Walk us through the next few weeks.
So we got the Jets at home, I believe, Sunday Night Football.
That's right.
Jets haven't looked great, but they also just got Adams.
Let's
So that
ride.
and if Wilson's playing, I don't know. Like that's going to be a tough game.
Yeah.
Giants, you should win that. So that would mean we're 5-3, and then I believe they're bye weeks after that Giants game.
Perfect.
Then it gets tough. Commanders,
Good.
Ravens,
Good.
Browns who stink. Bengals don't really know. Browns again who stink. Eagles, Ravens, Chiefs, Bengals. That's a
That's
tough
finish.
finish.
All that divisional games to the end. Wow.
They haven't had one divisional game yet.
Wow. Have they beat a playoff team yet?
But the standings
Yes.
don't care at this point. They don't care.
No, they don't care.
No, it's just those divisional games are right. It's you lose. It's like you lose twice because your opponents are winning.
Do you think that'll affect the Jackometer?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's going to be
Divisional
extremely volatile. coming
Wins
down the
within
stretch.
wins or losses in division might have a greater.
Double it
Wow.
Especially if it's the Browns, triple it.
if they lose to the Browns.
Yes.
Yeah. Winning, you have
They're
to
not going to lose
expect
to the
win.
Browns, are they, Jack?
I don't know.
Maybe they'll bench.
They lost to the
Deshaun
Colts.
Watson by then.
And they lost the Cowboys practice squad.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, how'd they lose to the Cowboys? Because
Ugly game.
that was quite a game that they played.
Weather. Wasn't it weather?
Yeah, it was a bit of weather. Late start.
Well, weird
Kinda
that this
delay.
Steelers not used to weather. I mean,
No.
Yeah, the indoor team did well in the rain, but the Steelers didn't.
how about those Cowboys this week, though?
Jerry Jones on radio today.
Oh.
You guys want to point out all the things I've done wrong? We'll just go do this conversation on another station. We'll talk to some other people.
Oh no! Unfair questions.
Oh,
Him and Nate.
getting testy.
Is it? It was the most lopsided loss during his ownership. I think I read that on the weekend.
Wow, was it? Gross.
It was quite a beating.
What was the score? I didn't.
It's like
47-9.
That's not close.
Do you see the Lions just started running plays to their O linemen?
Yes, that was the sign of.
Yeah, they were. It was.
We're here to rub it in now. So our O linemen are going to catch touchdowns. Big man touchdowns. We're going to dance. We're going to laugh.
You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna throw another ball out there and give you one, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, you guys play with that one.
Yeah. Do you want both offense and defense on the field at the same time? What do we need to do for you guys? It was to the point I almost felt like it's just bad karma for the Lions. Maybe just take it off a little bit. Take the win. Be humble. It's not really Dan Campbell's way.
Well, the kneecap biters used to be in the underdog.
Yeah.
This is tables have turned.
It has turned. Bet 365. Promo code FN bonus when you sign up for a new account. Do it today. Little extra there for you because we love you. FN bonus promo code. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, never ordinary at Bet 365.
Can't wait for Russell Wilson. Let's ride.
It's going to be so good.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I
You got a jersey yet, or what do you do with that?
think I know
It's
how
not
it's
funny
going to go.
Jack.
Yeah, it's not. I'm not looking forward to it. I don't get it.
Humor.
Hey, it's Wilson against Rodgers. That's a primetime matchup.
Is it?
5 years ago, yeah.
Is it, Ryan?
Yeah, in 2012, yeah.
Is it?
Is it?
It's checking.
I'm just looking at my Bet 365 app for this Flames and Blackhawks game tonight.
Yeah, I was looking too.
Over under of 6 goals.
They've scored like almost 6 a game, the Flames alone. But Wolves can probably hang a 0. So
Oh, is that how it is?
what's the Wolf shutout pay?
Oh, okay. I could take a look if you want.
Big number, I bet.
Goal scorers. Anytime goal. Who's hot?
Uyghur, Mantha, Huberdeau.
Huberdeau, anytime plus 250.
Mm.
Uyghur plus 450.
Rasmus pretty hot.
Plus 750. Kevin Bahl, 1600.
Yeah, it's a little rich.
Is it?
Blood.
All right. They like the best Connor Bedard plus 155 on that side.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Take a look. Saves over under for Dustin Wolf, 24 and a half.
I was going to say around 25, so it's a tough one.
Feels like that's right around.
Where it should be.
It's right where it should be.
Yeah,
They know what they're
weird.
doing again. Yeah, interesting.
Plus 900 for a Dustin Wolf shutout.
Ooh.
Why do you think this is a
You're looking at me.
Pinder, do
Well,
you know something?
because you made that noise. Oh,
Do you know something?
very
Maybe that's why I lost my voice. I was howling for all the saves Dustin Wolf made.
Yeah. Were you really?
And he had like 17 saves in the first period.
How was the atmosphere
It
on
was a
Saturday?
boisterous dome. It was great. People
Really?
are excited to be back. There's no expectations, and this team is fun.
It
What
is
more
more
could you
fun
ask
when
for?
it's boisterous.
Yes.
Did you permit? Was there a wave?
There was a wave, and it was great.
Did
Yes.
you allow it?
Yeah, of course. If you're-
Good for you,
Yeah,
Ryan. Understanding.
You permitted?
They ran it up the
Or
flagpole.
were you already in
They
Dutton's?
shined the green light, and it was a way to go. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
when-
on the way to Dutton's. You do the wave. We're going to Dutton's.
Because I know there was scoring in the third period, and the game was in doubt for a while there.
After that, 3. I mean, When you're trading empty netters and all that way. Yeah,
So did you leave the voice at Dutton's?
It might have been the casino after Dutton's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I kept yelling, "Ace, hit me with an ace, face card, face card."
Jesus,
10-10, 10-10, 10-10, 10-10, 10-10.
Be so fun to play with.
A lot. So a lot.
We had a great table going. Good karma.
Yeah.
We kept saying, this is the table, boys. This is the table right here. Never met you all. This is the table. They thought so too.
Sure they did.
Yeah.
Well, this guy seems like fun to be around.
This guy's rational and not obnoxious.
No.
Where did you run into my buddy?
It was a washroom at Dutton's.
Jesus.
Awkward.
This conversation happened before the show today. Rhett says, Ryan, you sound like bleep. What's going on?
Yeah.
Ryan's response was, well, I had to get up early this morning for kid hockey.
That's what hit me.
So, and I was fine before that.
I was. I felt it coming.
Really? Hey, just happened to set in.
Yeah. Tuesdays, huh?
Right before Seravalli. Weird. Yeah. Weird. Now, this is a clip. This is not going to be new for a lot of people. They'll have seen this online.
Right.
And I meant to play it on Thursday and I forgot about it. Now it's freaking Tuesday. So it's either just move on and don't play it. But it's not like it's it's kind of an evergreen thing. And you know how I feel about Gronk. But there was the Aaron Hernandez, who's not a very nice person, was not a very nice person in hindsight. Seemed to be a very good football player, tight end for the New England Patriots.
Got in some trouble.
Got into some trouble, got himself into, there's a lot going on.
Trouble.
And there was a documentary done, and there's now been subsequently another show that's come out about Aaron Hernandez. His teammate in New England, also a tight end, was Rob Gronkowski.
What a dude.
Now, this is not either of them because Aaron Hernandez no longer with us, but this is a clip from the Aaron Hernandez story with the characters portraying Hernandez and Gronkowski.
Aaron. What's up, bro? Hey. I'm Rob. They call me Gronk.
Call me Aaron.
Nice. Hey, you meet Coach yet?
Nah, not yet.
That dude is fucking scary, bro.
Come on, guys, let's go. Holy shit, that's Tom Brady.
Oh, no shit. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Get high, baby. Cool. Because your shit is really...
I mean, it's friggin' perfect. And Gronk was asked about, well, it's a little over the top, but it's actually a buddy of his. It's a guy that he knows that's been his double in commercial shooting and stuff like this. That's Oscar caliber stuff right there. The laugh.
Everyone else is going for second place.
Right?
Yeah.
Like the whack on the shoulder. The laugh it's Rob.
They call me Aaron. Nice.
Nice.
That's a good thing to be
Well, that's
called.
my name.
Nice.
They call me by my first name.
Really? Nice.
They call me Gronk. So good. You think he's still living a good life?
Oh, yeah. Don't worry about Gronk.
Still got...
I feel like he's not.
Apparently didn't spend a nickel of his NFL money.
That's what they say. Yeah. The rumor is
he's spending some nickels now.
Just spent his, endorsement money? Saved all of
Does
it.
he run some party bus company or something like that?
I think he's got a lot
party buses.
He's got a lot of dough. What do you make as a...
Didn't the team have to politely ask him to stop being seen with adult performers early in his career?
I think early in his career.
This guy's having fun.
But here's the thing. I think the adult performers wanted to be seen with him.
Why wouldn't he? He's Gronk.
He's Gronk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Nice.
You think that's how he went about picking, going to the bar and
giving him the laugh?
Hey, what's your name? I'm Samantha. Ha! Nice. I'm Gronk. That dude is scary, bro. Can we see it one more time?
He's got all the
because he kind of does. What is he driving a bus or what's he doing? It's like a zombie thing. Because coach is scary. That's Bill Belichick would have been the coach at that time.
What's up, bro?
Hey.
I'm Rob. They call me Gronk.
Call me Aaron.
Nice. Hey, you meet Coach yet?
Nah, not yet.
That dude is fucking scary, bro.
Come on, guys, let's go. Holy shit, that's Tom Brady.
Oh, no shit. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Get high, baby. Cool.
It's the little things.
Mhm.
It's the little things.
For you, it's anything Gronk.
It's, I mean,
That's your little things.
Who do you love more, Marty Pospisil or Gronk?
I don't know. What I like about that though is it's so over the top. Like, does the director say, okay, I mean, tone it down?
No,
I mean,
you can't.
He's
Gronk wouldn't tone it down.
perfect. Cut.
Yep.
Moving on.
Next scene.
Let's go. Perfect. I'm not sure. Let's check into our super chats. What is a super chat, Jack? For people that don't know.
It is a paid comment
So if you're watching on the YouTubes, or the
on the YouTube. It's YouTube only. Yes.
YouTube only. So if you're on the YouTubes and you're in the comments, but you're like, I need the boys to see this.
Gotta get this
And I got something real good.
Wait
I'm
for
gonna
this.
throw a couple bucks or what. I'm gonna put a little donation behind it.
Get it to the
Old Willie Holden here.
It's your place,
Couple
man.
bucks from William Holden. His question today for the super chats: what's your play style, Pinder? Prime Glenn Cross?
With less shooting ability. Because I can skate. You saw it. But the
Good wheels.
hands are brutal and I can't shoot. And the head's down when I'm holding the puck.
Is it though? Now, are you kind of so? Like, take us back to your youth.
No, I was scared shitless and midget, so I stopped playing then.
Oh,
I was 5 foot in grade 11.
yeah.
I'm done.
So no hands. I find that
Not
hard to
really.
believe.
Better hands now, to be honest.
So who would you be then?
Like
Because Glenn Cross could score.
Matthew Lombardi.
No,
Dono.
Little scrap.
He's a bit of a Donovan.
you are
Yeah. I like that.
good
I'll take
wheels
that.
and pesky
Yeah.
check, a good checker.
Yeah.
You don't quit on a play. There's no
Good forecheck.
yeah.
Pressure the D.
Yeah.
Donovan.
Sean Donovan.
I'll take that.
Wonder how Donovan feels about that.
That's not nice.
great.
Yeah. Not the best.
He's laid back though.
Nice.
Fucking Warner. What did I
Chocolate bars. Loves chocolate bars.
really
Loves chocolate.
kind?
I think it was the Mars bar, but any
It's a
will do.
dense bar.
Anyone will.
It
Any will
is.
do.
Yeah.
Not big, but man.
It's weird that Snickers touts itself as being the one that satisfies, but yet I would think that the Mars is heavier.
The nuts, maybe.
Maybe, I don't know.
Do you like the nuts?
I like the nuts.
Yeah, of course. Thank you, William.
Thanks, Billy.
Thank you, Bill Holden.
No, boom. You weren't here Friday,
No, I
but we got a $20 super chat from
What?
Stu
Yeah.
for the mullet removal fund. Now, me and Ryan been talking. I got to clear this with the higher ups than me, but I think what we'll do if this goes through, and Ryan said he would do it, we'll start at 0 for the mullet removal fund. That's a tough word.
You want
God.
mullet
not
removal?
really. You wanna
Mullet
try
removal fund. And once we get to 1,000, Ryan will remove the mullet, and whoever gives the biggest donation will pick his haircut.
My wife said I got
I was just
rid of
going to
the
say
mullet,
the
so
wife is absolutely chiming in on this.
What's the problem?
She'll
honey?
be
You said
donating today.
I was going to say, I feel like she was in to a certain point, and then maybe that's little kicker there. She wouldn't be too thrilled about.
Jody just donated one.
I mean, because there's a real good chance that whatever
$1,000
the
just
end
like that.
the end result is could be
Should
somewhat
be.
more off.
Should be worse.
So because I'm looking at it right now, and it's tight on the sides.
It's not very mullety, is it?
Wow, that's pretty tight on the sides, dude.
It's a lot of party in the back.
It's a lot.
Should have seen the casino.
I guess, yeah.
It's not for everyone.
Well, I mean, it's good of you to do. I charity of choice. We'll figure all that out.
Such a charitable guy.
Maybe a mustache removal at some point.
I had to trim this today.
I was
It
gonna
this
say.
It looks
weekend.
pared
I
down,
was
yeah.
intimidated by it. I've still got work to do.
What do you have to focus on how far south the sides go?
I think
Yeah,
I
gotta
nipped
match 'em up.
one part that a little more than I.
Because you start going too far, it's like now you're into handlebar territory, and then
Fu Manchu. Yeah.
yeah,
With sideburns. We get some sideburns
get
in
some
there.
of those. Steinberg, trim those sideburns. Well, that's pretty great. That's pretty great.
Yeah, let's see.
That said, I think it's a great idea. But if you were going to move this down, just take it down the road a little bit. It's going to end up being a mohawk, probably, right? Because bald is one thing. But that's a very manly look nowadays.
You don't want that?
I think if you were going to have the top bid and you're losing the mullet, it's going to have to go into some sort of a mohawk. It'd be my guess.
Sideburns mohawk.
So are you gonna let her buck now? Just start growing it out?
I don't know where we end up here. I just said, Jack, that's a great idea. Just thinking about the show.
It's an idea, guy.
Just thinking about charities and the kids.
That's right.
Thinking about my wife saying we got to get rid of the mullet.
Yeah. How does she feel about it? Careful. Because it's been a thing for a while now.
Yeah, what was it, January we were in
You
Arizona?
mentioned last week that it was
Yeah.
not ill-received.
And it all started pre-COVID because you used to be a short-haired gent.
Yeah.
And then COVID came and you just kind of decided to let it go. And then you've
Embraced
been a long-haired guy for a while. And then it was mulleted and then let her go. And it's as tidy
For the mullet.
kind of
Yeah.
as could be right now.
Yeah.
The beard is
No, you went to Australia. You got to show respect.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
yeah. Down under.
Grand final. You got to tighten it up.
right. Yeah. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Good idea. And before we wrap it up, time for Rhett and his top 5 list.
Oh, top 5, Red.
Top 5 drinks this weekend. Some
Right down there. Number 5.
Got it.
Starting number 5.
Was the I had a blonde to start.
BB Blonde.
I did. I had a Guinness.
Number 4.
I had rum, spiced rum and ginger. I had a bottle of white wine with supper. And
Because
a,
of course with
yeah, with
Cool.
turkey.
That's a darkened story.
And
Yes,
a,
spice
two?
rum and ginger.
And a bottle of scotch after supper.
Are you a picky Scotch drinker?
Fancy
I don't
one?
like the overly peaty, take your breath away, smoky stuff.
Okay.
I can drink it, but I don't need it.
How long did it take you to acquire a taste for Scotch to a point where it's
Yeah, we drank it as kids, so
I'm drunk right now.
Look, I was drinking.
European lifestyle. Frowned upon.
This guy here is dead.
so there you have it. Rhett Warner and Rhett's top 5 list.
It's a good top 5 today.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Thought about going with top 5 horseshit calls yesterday by refs, but I can't remember them all.
If you were watching that Jets
That was
Bills game,
oh,
that's
yeah.
jeez. Holy.
And there again, somehow Aaron Rodgers unhappy with other people's work.
Yes.
Critical of others.
it's a high bar, high standard.
I guess so.
You're as good as Zach Wilson.
It's true. Yeah, you got all kinds of sway. Do you not see the numbers I'm putting up here, guys?
Hello. You know who you're dealing with
Yeah.
here?
It's been a year since you guys have seen this type of performance at quarterback. I hope you appreciate what I've been able to do for you.
Milf Hunter was 3-3. He's 2-4.
Thoughts on the game tonight?
Absolute must win, Dean.
Must
win.
Looking forward to watching Wolf because I really liked his game against Philly. And see who stays hot.
Bedard.
Half the team's hot, so let's see who stays hot.
Yeah.
Is it bad that you want to go to watch the game because of the other players?
No, it's not.
No,
Brad.
it's a superstar. That happens everywhere.
It's our game. And because maybe
But
you
then
may
you
have
you're going to go watch him, so in a way you want him to do well. But if he does well, then
yeah, I think it's
you can have 2 points as long as Huberdeau has 4.
Do you like watching Crosby play?
I used to.
Who do you like watching?
Bedard.
Yeah. Do you have a top 5 list of players?
Tomorrow, I
Okay. Top 5.
once a day, Dean.
Top 5 players that you like to watch.
It'd be tough to top that.
I am for me, all eyes on the French Connection line.
Good. Yeah.
They've really had an unbelievable start.
Now, is Marty Postle related to Marty Gellina? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Same city.
So we've been kind of taking some runs at Pospisil in his face-off. It's 41% in the face-off, Doc.
It's the first year doing it. That's fine.
41.4%.
It's
Can
fine.
you live with that?
Well, what are the numbers
Not over
exactly?
the long term.
No.
Do you have the wins and the losses? How many is he separating the two?
Can you break it down into
Do you have wins and losses or just percentage?
zones? I want to know the zones too.
I'm just kind of looking at other guys.
Because if you're going to lose a draw, I don't want it in my.
Yeah.
If all
long as you just
if
win
all his losses are in the neutral zone, go ahead.
Just win the important ones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
win the big one.
Win the big ones. Win the big ones.
Hey guys, we're going to score here. I need to win this draw. This is an important draw. Win that one.
That's the one. And that's how Husk is using them.
That's
Just
how you
putting them
coach
out
right
for
there.
big draws.
Good stuff. It'll be myself and cool Kent Wilson.
Well, it's better than that Mike Gould dink. Like,
Taking around.
It does feel like there maybe needs to be some mending of fences there.
Maybe we bring him on the show tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe.
some parameters.
Yeah, maybe.
You can explain why Braden Bahl is not attractive, but that reminds me of Red.
Yeah, why?
The hell was that?
I still go back to what was that all about? Because then even Cammy.
Saskatchewan. I'm like, yeah.
Why don't you go and show him the
Steady.
stat line from?
Okay, yeah.
What's the stat line?
2 shots,
Pretty good.
even 15 and a half minutes. I don't think it's that. Come on, Cammy.
Yeah, it's just a red line.
Or no, that was because it was you. This is not the game we're talking about. You did the Oiler game with
This
Pike.
was
So
the
I need to. Okay,
Philly.
so I'm looking at the
Philly.
wrong game, man. I'm looking at
Cammy
the
was
wrong
second.
game. This probably can't go.
That'll take forever.
There it is right
There
there.
it is. Stat line here for
94. Red.
no shots, 15-29, 1 minor penalty.
Oh. I always liked 16 minutes.
Keeping people honest.
You're fine. But yeah, we'll have a meeting. Mike. I don't think Mike's a big guy either, right? No. Redwood probably ragged all the shit out of him.
I would advise against that for Mike.
So again, tonight, 7:00 start for the Flames and the Blackhawks.
The Connor Bedard.
The big Connor Bedard
Show.
Bowl. Connor versus Connor.
Wow.
Get your Zeri jerseys while you still can.
Limited supplies.
Yeah, I guess that's what we
After
Adidas.
Frank
Yeah.
endorsed him.
After that, yeah,
Frank Baum.
yeah. So definitely get in on that. And then me and cool Kent Wilson on
Wait,
the.
call him cool. Can't
This-
after
you've went to it twice now.
everybody does.
It's got good hair.
Yeah,
Good hair.
they're so good.
Real good hair.
Great hair.
Great
Is that,
hair.
is that what makes him cool?
Yeah, among other things.
Okay.
You're so positive, see?
Among other things.
Wow. You seem excited.
Tomorrow, top 5 list of things that make cool Kent Wilson cool.
Okay.
Can't wait for it, right?
I'm going to have to do some digging, calling
Yeah, all
around
right.
town.
Got a
Different
lot
folks.
of top 5 lists tomorrow.
That'll do it.
See you, buddies.